Oh, where is my... Of course the
Oh,
game,
wow,
like,
wow, wow.
stops working, like, right after I switch over. That's awesome.
Oh my god, I have my audio. Oh my god. It's because I had the stream audio. Oh my god.
Don't die!
Where's your game?
I don't know. It was there, like, before I switched screens, and then it's like, yeah, nah, now it doesn't work.
Come back, game.
There it is. There we go. That was weird. Alright, we are playing more MAMIYA.
OMG, MAMIYA, my favorite video game of all time.
We are playing Kato's route. And...
OMG, I love him.
I feel like it's louder than before. Maybe it's just like... Well, now I can hear, actually. Just move off, or just move one
I think
side
you
off.
just need to stream it to me.
Oh, yeah. So, after my stream, Jemmy contacted me and was like, base Geo would like her also. And also said that she does not like Kato.
Well, you know what?
I just thought it was funny.
Not everyone can be right in life. And I am right.
I'm glad. I'll make decisions for myself, but I am very interested to see why she hates him.
I love him.
I just think it's funny because, like, you like him so much, and then I was just like, oh, yeah. And then
it's pretty funny because usually there's not many characters that I like that Jemmy hates, so it's really funny. I'm waiting until Jemmy maybe just change his opinion.
I wonder if it's gonna be any different in like with like new content.
I think the new content might change like some opinions. I know why Jemmy doesn't like him, but yeah.
So do you want to voice your dude?
Sure. I think it fits better anyways.
Also, I'm gonna be snacking on stuff, so that just is what it is.
Oh, I have a cup of tea and like one sip of oat milk.
Why just one
the tea's
sip?
too hot. I drank all of it.
Oh, I see. Alright. What happened before this? So, Ryo is an amnesiac in this route, and...
OMG domestic.
Yeah, and they're very domestic. Kato has no, parents right now. His parents are on a trip, which seems like a recipe for disaster in this game, but we'll see how that goes.
Two guys under the same roof? I see.
There's only a few things that can happen there. Am I
just
reading
do
this
things.
part?
Yeah, you can read narration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Once Ryo had finished bathing, I lent him some of my clothes. They seemed a touch baggy on him, but at the same time, the look felt to fit him just right.
Oh wait, sorry. Wait, how do I hide members? Oh, there you go. Okay, I was like trying to hide it on the Discord call thing. My room's on the second floor. Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything.
Sure.
Good night.
Good night. My brain continued working at full throttle even after I'd climbed into bed. Who was Ryo, really? Why was he lying there in the rain? Was he involved in some incident? For all I knew, he could have been someone very dangerous. What would my parents say about this if they were here?
No. I gotta sleep. Mommy will get angry at me otherwise, too.
Within my sheets, I shook my head to the sides. Losing his memories must have made him really anxious.
That's amnesia, huh?
It was so unrealistic, like something out of a drama. With a slight smile on my face, I fell asleep.
Hmm. Uh, Look at the time. Mom, why didn't you wake?
Morning.
Oh, good morning. So, what are you gonna do now, Rio?
I thawed the frozen rice and ate it with a bit of pollock roe. The tan man looked at me while snacking on some pickled veggies.
I need to go to school now. Do you think you'll be okay on your own?
Ryo, who had been calmly chewing his food until now, suddenly froze up and widened his eyes. You were just gonna leave me here alone? In your house?
Huh? You prefer to come with me to school? I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
I just don't get why you'd feel safe leaving a stranger in your house while you're away. I could rob you and stuff.
You're not the kind of person to do that, though. Right?
No idea.
You won't do anything of the sort. You won't, right?
As I tilted my head with a smile, Ryo simply averted his eyes. I'm not planning to, at least.
That face is really cute.
He's so cute!
Why is Money meowing in chat?
They always nya at me.
Really?
Hello, money. Yeah, they do.
Oh, what? He doesn't. What? You're not meowing in my chat?
I think that's saying that Noel wants nyas in his chat.
Yeah, you can meow in my chat. There you have it.
That doesn't change the fact that you gotta have a better sense of danger. I sent him off while telling him to come back in time for dinner. He went to look for a job while I went to school like I always did. I might have picked up an amnesiac, but life went on like usual. What happened to Joe's sister is my question in all this.
Good question.
I had to behave like normal. Well, good morning, Kato. I heard a voice from beside me, and turned toward it with a smile.
Morning.
Whoa, you're a bit slow to leave today. Walk a bit faster. Let's go.
Wow, you're right. Let's go, Mamiya.
Oh, I knew my funny little Mamiya voice.
You can.
I made a warm smile. His name was Mamiya. He was a close friend of mine. I did wonder about that guy. That like we didn't see like where he met Mamiya, but he mentioned him in before he went to sleep. Who also happened to be invincible. It took a while to introduce him, but he was also an important part of my daily life. Did you think that invisible people didn't exist? A few years ago, even I wasn't sure what this was about. But as time passed, I started to put the pieces together. Mamiya wasn't a ghost or anything like that. I couldn't see him, but he was definitely there. He was someone who understood me. Oh wait, so he's invisible to Kato? Okay.
Yeah, you can just see him. What do you think about the amnesiac? I mean, Rio.
The guy who pointed scissors at you? I wouldn't keep him where I live.
I see. I guess Mr. Samajima's gonna scold me.
Oh, this does smell like something interesting.
You think so too? I'm actually kinda excited. I'm sure this will just be the first of many fun days.
Can we do this one?
Sure.
Random mobs.
Oh, that's it for today's lesson.
The way that you like cut out.
Whatever.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
The baggy like sweat shirt on him is really cute. I found Rose sitting near the front gate of my house.
You surprised me. What are you doing here?
You told me to come back before dinner.
And I also told you where I hide my keys. You could have just waited for me inside.
It's your fault.
Huh?
You really don't think things through. You found me inside your house, you just end up wondering if I'd moved or taken something. It's not a great feeling to have.
Did you... Did you wait for me here just to give me peace of mind? While dressed so lightly too?
Got a problem with it?
How long have you been here?
Hell if I know. I don't have a watch. Ryo averted his gaze. His ears were beet red.
Wow, kawaii. Kawaii.
He's so cute. As I grabbed Ryo's hand, I noticed that his fingers had turned red from the cold. The touch of his freezing hand made me understand that he genuinely didn't have anywhere else to come but here.
Thanks for coming back. Let's hurry inside. I'll get you something nice and warm to drink. Where were you during the day?
I walked around town and looked for anything familiar.
Did you find any hints for your memories?
No, not a thing.
I see. Anyway, a bit of food should cheer you up. There's still some of the karaage that Mom left for me.
Yum, karaage.
Oh my god, I want some.
Karaage.
You don't know what karaage is? It's a type of fried chicken that...
Do you think I'm stupid or something? Though a bit mad, he helped me out and we began to prepare dinner. He really wants karaage. He stood in the kitchen like he was used to it, while I didn't have much to do and went to the living room. What are you watching?
The TV. What do you think about the end of the world?
What? On the CRT, I saw the words, "The world's end, the truth revealed." While some shady-looking adults were giving their theories, the entertainers were putting on a show. Is the world actually going to end?
Yeah, and it'll happen this year.
What? First time I hear about it.
Seriously? But everyone's talking about it.
I was about to mention my class, but then I remembered he was an amnesiac.
Is it amnesiac or amnesiac?
Amnesiac?
Is
Yeah,
it?
I just read it's spelled this way, so I was like,
I always said it with a shit, but I don't know if that's right.
yeah, because it's amnesia, right? So amnesiac. And so
But if it's
everything's
amnesia,
yeah, but then like a lot of times things change pronunciation when you add stuff
I'll
to
keep
it.
saying it wrong.
It's fine.
What would you do if the world ended tomorrow?
Joe sat down some distance away from me as I waited for his response. For a brief moment, he averted his sharp gaze, then glanced to the side before finally speaking up. Not a thing.
Why?
Because there's nothing we can do. He looked into the distance with somewhat resigned eyes. I guess I just spend my day like I always do, then go to sleep.
I see.
His answer was one I didn't expect. Most people would say that they'd spend their final day doing something different. Under normal circumstances, you'd have to stay in line and obey the rules of society. So most would say that since they would be gone, they'd do whatever they wanted. That's right. I'd say the disappearance of the sun sounds like the most valid theory. What? And what would happen then? Would mankind go extinct? Not necessarily. A few hundred individuals should, in theory, possess the antibodies necessary to survive such harsh conditions. Antibodies? As humans, we're all different. Naturally, some of us adapt better to certain environments than others.
Only a few hundred survivors. Wow.
A video started playing. It showed a boy living on an Earth that had become a dried-up wasteland. I briefly imagined what it'd be like to be that boy. For some reason, I had this feeling that even if my parents, classmates, and all the adults I knew died, I'd still be able to survive.
I wonder if tomorrow will really come. Is the world really going to end?
There would be no next year then. No one really knows if the sun's going to come up the next day. What would you do if the world ended tomorrow?
I'm not sure. It's hard to predict how I'd act.
Personally, I couldn't wait for the end to come. I had this completely baseless feeling that it would awaken a special power within me, which would then allow me to save the day. And when that time came...
When that happens?
Oomst?
Oh my god. Oh, it's Samejima.
How should we voice this dude? Oh, whatever.
Give me
Here.
your deepest voice.
Here, what?
Give me your deepest voice.
Deepest? Okay.
Yeah,
Here. A special delivery of Hokkaido crabs.
let's go. I don't even know how to eat crab.
Not to worry, they come with instructions.
Did you write them yourself, Mr. Samejima?
Yes, I even went the extra mile and drew pictures. Carrying a large styrofoam box, the man headed off toward the kitchen. Being one of my father's direct subordinates, Mr. Samejima would come over to our house quite frequently. He had always been a bit unique, even discounting the fact that he was a policeman. So, having fun living all by yourself?
It's...
Hmm?
It's fun.
You think so?
It's not fun. I don't know. I think
For
it's fun.
him? Yeah, I think it's fun.
I'm still enjoying the novelty of it, but it has its drawbacks too.
Well, if you ever get fed up, you're more than welcome to come over to my place. I'll handle all the chores, don't worry.
Well...
An image of Ryo flashed through my mind. I couldn't leave him alone.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I can't leave the house unattended.
Guess you got a point there. Mr. Samejima began to pull the crab apart with an astounding level of dexterity. And that was putting it lightly. His speed was out of this world. I've never seen anyone pick apart a crab with this much skill. How's school lately? He turned his attention to me while his hand was still busy working on the crab.
Pretty fun. I'm slowly getting better at lacrosse, and my classmates are all great.
I'm glad to hear that. Mr. Samejima smiled at me without really changing his expression. Can I borrow your bathroom for a moment?
Of course. Go right ahead. He sure is taking a while.
Oh?
Mr. Samejima, did you forget where our bathroom was?
Oh, Kato.
Ah,
The room Mr. Samejima was trying to enter was Ryo's room. Is something the matter?
no, nothing. More importantly, I'm having a bit of a hard time with those crabs by myself. I was hoping you could help me.
This music is so much. Oh, were the 40 pages worth of instructions not enough? Holy shit.
What? You wrote 40 pages?
I did, but I see you haven't read them. Don't worry, they're pretty straightforward.
But...
Or could it be? Was there something in this room you don't want me to see? In that moment, I could have sworn I saw a faint glimmer in Mr. Samejima's narrowed eyes. His unique antics often made me forget it, but he was still a policeman and an elite investigator at that. His intuition must have been sharp as a knife.
Oh, no.
But I suppose there's no harm in me opening this door, right?
Uh-huh?
Okay then. I was done for. Mr. Samejima was going to find out about Ryo. Wow, this sure takes me back.
Huh?
I timidly looked up. The room looked clean and tidy up, as if no one had been living there. Mr. Samejima examined one of the pillars in the room, looking visibly moved. Do you remember? We'd use this to measure your height.
Huh? Oh.
It says here you were 150 centimeters tall just 4 years ago. And look at you now, a veritable giant.
Oh, give me a second. What?
No worries. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. In the meantime.
My brother came to my room and he showed up at the door and he was like he takes out his phone and he shows me a picture of a cat inside a spam box thing, like plushie. He's like, your kids can fit in this.
I can see that being funny is a family trait for you.
He was like talking about it earlier. He was like, I would have bought that for your present if I ordered it earlier. And I was like, what if it doesn't fit? But it
Feel like
is
I feel like your smaller friends would probably fit in.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to game.
Back to game.
Come on, Mr. Samejima. You're almost the same height as me.
Where's my cursor? This certainly brings back all kinds of memories. Mr. Samejima. Look how big you've grown. I'll have to be careful not to get crushed.
Could you please just leave?
Feeling more than a little rattled, I ended up pretty much shoving Mr. Samejima out of the room. As my hands touched his back, it did certainly feel smaller compared to mine. In any case, I'm glad to see you're doing fine, Kaito.
Get out of here, old guy.
Truth be told, I was a little worried. It would have been quite the incident if you had died from loneliness.
I'm not dying that easily. Anyway, thanks for everything, Mr. Samejima.
Don't mention it. You'll have to handle the rest of the crowds by yourself. With a bit of effort, Mr. Samejima forced his large body into the car. There's barely any space in here. Take care now, Kaito.
Bye, Mr. Samejima.
God, I'm going to need a bigger car. And with that, Mr. Samejima drove off in his sardine can of a Mini. Oh my god, he's a Mini and he's gigantic. Why?
What does a Mini look like?
It's like, for a very long time, it was one of the smallest cars in existence, basically. My dad actually had one.
Is it one of those like two-seater cars?
You can put people in the back, but it's only got 2 doors. So, like, if you want to put people in the back, then, you have to, put down the seats.
Oh, I see. I think I've seen them on the street before.
Mm-hmm. They have a very iconic look.
Small.
Yeah, they're small, and, like, they have, like, the big headlights.
They look like a little buggy, like a Mario Kart car.
Yeah. They feel like, they're related to, like, the Volkswagen Beetlebug. With, like,
Mr. Daddy Long Legs.
Yeah, I know, right? And he just...
Yeah.
I think my 5th grade teacher, if I remember right, he also had, like, a really small car. I don't think it was a Mini, but it was something similar. And, but he was, like, 6 foot something.
Oh.
So he was, like, also, like, super tall. I don't know, what is with, like, large men in small cars?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Well, I want a big car.
You want a big car? Come to
I
America.
want a big car.
America has all the big cars.
True. Get myself a Jeep.
A Jeep. Jeep's
A
pretty
Jeep
big.
wagon.
You want like a pickup truck?
Yeah. And then I'll honk at everyone and I'll be an asshole on the
Oh
road.
my god. Yeah, and they wouldn't be able to say anything because you have like the biggest car in existence.
Yeah.
You just could run them over.
Jeep drivers are the meanest drivers.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm mean enough. That was close.
Did someone come over?
Rio? When did you get back?
Just now.
Oh, by the way, I got some crabs. We should have them for dinner.
Crabs?
We can have crab every day now. It'll be great.
I really don't think crab meat is something you can eat every day. What is this?
Hmm? You mean this book? It's been there for as long as I can remember. I recall rereading it multiple times back in elementary school. Rio?
I know this book. The protagonist is a prince in the kingdom of the night. He travels the world in search of the blue sky because none of his subjects know what it looks like. Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's exactly how the story goes. Rio?
What is this face?
I don't know.
I guess memories do return after a while. Visibly relieved, Ryo smiled in front of me for the very first time. Aw.
Kawaii.
Our life together turned out to be a lot nicer than I had anticipated. I didn't need to pay him any special attention. And I finally had someone to play video games with too, to boot. He didn't come across
let's
as
get on COD.
Does Ryo strike you as a COD person? I feel like Kaito kind of does.
Yeah, it'll be like, boom! 360, no scope, headshot. Whoa.
I feel like
Ryo's
Ryo,
just there.
yeah,
He probably,
Ryo would
like,
show
play
up.
Halo with his cousins.
Ryo would like show up and like headshot people, but like be quiet otherwise.
Yeah. Plays Halo with the family.
He didn't come across as much of a gamer, but despite his initial clumsiness, he desperately strove to improve his play. I never imagined I'd one day be eating potato chips while having an all-night gaming session with someone. Living with him was tons of fun.
God.
Can't believe they're just living
Gross.
together. They are just living together. I'm back.
Hey, you're kind of late today. Whoa, you're covered in soot. Soot? Soot?
Yeah.
Soot?
Yeah.
What happened? Did you get into a fight?
Here.
Huh?
He awkwardly hands me a bunch of yen bills. I'm paying rent. I found a job yesterday. Can I take the bath first?
Of course, but... There's really no need for you to pay rent. You can stay here until your memories return and...
I just felt like I needed to do something. I'd go crazy otherwise.
Oh.
Forget it.
What?
I felt some warm paper smelling distinctly of croquettes pressing against my face.
Oh, croquettes.
I got these from a street vendor. Figured you might want them since you're running out of food because of me. Anyway, I'm off to take that bath.
Jeez. Wow, he actually got a job. He's way more of an adult than me.
As I lived with Ryo, a certain hope began to fill my heart. Perhaps Ryo had come to me to seek my help? Maybe he was a key to some adventure where we'd unravel a great conspiracy. That was why I tried bringing his memories back by taking him to unfamiliar places. All because I was waiting for the arrival of perils yet unknown.
Alright. I'm gonna help you regain your memories. I've been thinking about how best to solve your problem. I'm not sure how much help I'll be, but I want to aid you any way I can.
I must have reached him because he took a moment to think before saying, The town... I was more concerned with the buildings lining my town and people living inside them. At least that's how I feel.
The town itself? But didn't you say you went through every street with a fine-tooth comb?
I did, but I was talking about this town in particular. Meaning, I probably didn't live in this area. But I still felt a certain connection to it. So with that settled, I'd like to check out the neighboring city. Ryo made a brief pause. The fact that he couldn't remember a single thing made my heart ache.
Got it.
I couldn't help but extend my hand to him.
Let's go visit the neighboring town.
What is this?
Huh? It's a lead.
I'm asking why you even have something like that. It's for dogs.
It'd be bad if I lost you somewhere, right?
He gave him a leash.
Yeah. He's a dog boy. It used to belong to the dog we used to keep. Good thing I didn't throw it away. Anyway, please hold on to the other end.
So you think I'm less than a dog?
Ryo, we need to keep going. Well, don't pull so hard. Ugh, but man, is it cold today? The wind's so strong. Oh. Give me a moment. Would you like me to carry that bag for you?
You would? Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, are you kind of good at that? How far should I take it?
There's a store just beyond that corner. Or is that too far?
Not at all. Sorry I kept you waiting. Take a look at this. I got us some peaches.
Good for you.
No, definitely. I love peaches. Anyway, let's be on our way.
After walking for a while, I heard a cat and turned around.
Oh, look! There's a cat in the tree.
I guess I can't get down?
It's pretty high. Not even I can reach it.
Ryo looked at the peaches I was holding. So let go of the lead.
Huh? Whoa!
He kicked off the base of the tree, grabbed a large branch, and spun around it.
Holy acrobatics.
Using the lead as a lifeline, he quickly made it to where the cat was.
Wow!
You're fine now. After taking the cat in his hands, he used the lead he'd hung up to make a safe landing. Here, I got it. He smiled and gave me the black cat. Aww. The small creature in my hands was very
Meow
warm.
meow.
I want it. Oh, why could they have a CG of him with the cat? I want it! Even I can help people. Even I can help people. Or cats, at least. Was he somehow competing against the help I got the peaches for? He bashfully scratched his cheek before putting the lead back in his pocket and walking off. I was just staring at him with nothing but awe in my eyes. The sound
He's
effect.
so strong. He might actually be a character in a story. There might be some sort of drama behind his amnesia.
The excitement within my chest grew higher as I chased after him. I bought 2 train tickets and they were more expensive than any of the ones I'd ever bought before. I could barely contain my excitement. Felt like we were embarking on a grand old journey. You're not going to sit?
No, I can't seem to calm down.
Ryo glanced up at me as I was holding onto the handrail, then directed his gaze outside the window. We were passing one station after another. I watched the passing scenery rush by, but it didn't get much of a reaction out of him. Ryo hadn't said anything, even as we reached the final stop. It was a factory town. We aimlessly wandered around under a cold winter sky. I didn't even know the name of the city. Neither of us spoke at all. Partly due to the chilly weather. It made our lips dry and cracked.
Every time I walk through a town, it makes me realize how empty it really is. I suppose it's a sign of the times. Our world might really be ending. I don't genuinely believe that, but I can't help thinking about it. In the end, I might actually be wishing for it.
I exhaled and watched my breath slowly dissipate into the air. Ryo remained silent for a while and simply stared into the distance. I thought I was about to turn around and say we should leave when I noticed him parting his lips. I don't think I'd want the world to end, despite how cruel and unfair it can be. Even without any memories. Even if your life turns into a boring, meaningless routine. When you die, it's all over. As he uttered those words, his eyelashes lightly trembled in the wind. What? This is all told from Keito's point of view, and he is like paying so much attention to like who pays attention to this?
Looking at my bro's eyebrows. Wait, eyebrows? Eyelashes. Nice brows, bro.
No, right?
I think if it's really that boring, it might as well come to an end. I want everything in my life to be interesting.
You're awfully greedy.
You think so?
Only those at the top can think that way. It's selfish and arrogant. A gust of wind ruffled our hair as it passed by. What value was there to mankind? In a mundane world filled with nothing but hollow despair. I felt like our paltry scuffles had become the laughingstock of some invisible power. Narrowing my eyes in the strong wind, I licked my cracked lips to try and moisten them. I knew it would only make it worse later on. But as long as the immediate feeling of discomfort was gone, I didn't care. I felt that. that's me in the winter. In the end, we couldn't find anything that would help us jog Ryo's memory.
You should use Vaseline.
You're right, but I hate the feeling of things on my lips, to be honest. Like I don't like the taste of like chapstick or Vaseline.
I think you just get used to it. I don't like chapstick, but I like Vaseline.
I've like gotten used to the one like I have a Burt's Bees thing. Like I'm used to that at least.
Also, I'm messaging Jemmy and they're like, "Oh no, not Kato," and I'm like, "Yes, Kato, yes, Kato."
I love like Jimmy's reaction to Kato. It's
Jimmy
so
hates it
funny.
so much.
It's so funny. We were just a couple of children, powerless and insignificant.
Ah,
My heart ached seeing Joe so visibly disheartened.
don't worry. I'm sure we'll find something new tomorrow.
Thanks. A baseless, irresponsible remark. Still, it was enough for him to try and hide his pained eyes and give me an awkward smile. I turned back toward the familiar road under the east sky. There's nothing in Tokyo. The city we lived in was empty. And so was I. There was absolutely nothing to me.
Huh?
I woke up not in my bed, but the living room. I must have dozed off on the sofa.
I should head back to my room.
With uncertain steps, I returned to my room. It's that dream again.
Huh? You're not sleeping?
Oh, you surprised me. I didn't expect to see you so late. Unable to fall asleep in my room, I went down to the living room. And there I found Ryo. Here. He handed me a mug. I wanted to drink myself, so I figured I'd also get something for you. The gentle warmth. Huh?
Jimmy is so funny.
Oh.
Oh, I'll send you what she sent. Oh, I sent it online.
That's okay. Either one works. Look, I love you, and I'm sure you're killing it with his lines, but he still needs fucking therapy. That's true. I can already tell. This dude is like a psychopath in the making, I can tell.
I love him.
This is cute, though.
They're cute.
A gentle warmth made his outline blur with the darkness. Careful there, it's hot.
Tastes pretty good.
A faintly sweet aroma spread across my mouth.
It's kind of rare for you to not be able to sleep.
I do remember dreaming, though.
Dreaming?
Yeah. I think it was the first dream I had since coming here.
What was it about?
I don't remember too well.
Well, that's how dreams are. Even if you think they're good, when you have to talk about them, you forget everything. Whoa, Luca Ray Sunday, thank you for the raid! You're so crazy.
OMG, thanks. Thank you for the raid. Hi, Luca. How you doing?
I see you're addicted to Persona 3.
We knew this already.
Persona addict. Persona addict. Point and laugh. Point and laugh. We're reading MAMIYA.
Yeah, we were having a good time.
Yeah. They're gay.
They are so BL.
Yeah, if you like gay people, if you like BL, just stay here a little longer. This has been very
Yeah, and you can kind of just jump into.
Yeah.
Like all you need to know is that right now this is like this guy is like he's a sort of rich kid, and he finds this dude on the street in the rain, and he has no memories.
Yep, and they're living together.
Yeah, his parents are on a trip, so they're living together right now.
Yeah. That's BL.
As MAMIYA, we are having a good time.
Yeah. I love Kato.
Yeah, this is Noel's favorite character.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one on the right, you really like.
I really like him.
Yeah, he's cute. That's why I have a dream diary.
A dream diary?
Yeah. It's a diary in which you write the content of a dream while you still remember it. Though, I'm just using a regular college notebook.
I jokingly asked if he wanted to see it, but his response was unexpectedly serious. Tell me about your dreams.
Well, I'll tell you the one from 3 days ago.
I invited him to my room and sat down on my bed.
On the same bed?
They sure are! I opened the notebook and went back a bit from the news page.
I know you couldn't see it, but you know that one reaction image of the guy like holding both of his hands at his head and he's just like pog face? Like, that was me.
Yeah, I felt that.
Whoa. On the same bed?
They're on the same bed. They have like such a cute expression.
That's crazy.
They're
Did
so
you just
cute.
take a screenshot?
I did.
Are you gonna add it to your
I am.
gallery?
I always have a little gallery.
Yeah, sharing a bed. This is a dream where I fought a kaiju.
That's cool. A kaiju?
Yes, the kind that salivates all the time and smells like decay.
Oh my god.
I had no idea how I could beat something like it.
I must away but have fun watching the two boys kiss. I wish that they would. Do they?
For real.
Do they?
I don't know.
I hope they do. That would be nice.
That would be nice. I don't know if I read that line.
You can always just read it again.
I had no idea how I could beat something like it. Well, I was thinking, it was covering the city in its sludge and people were overcome by fear.
And how did it end?
I destroyed the tallest building in Roppongi from the bottom up and crushed the kaiju.
Damn.
That's crazy. But when I was celebrating the victory, the sludge cooled around me. And that was when the dream ended.
I closed the notebook in an exaggerated manner. Ryo looked like he wanted to say something. You have some fun dreams, huh?
Yeah, I love dreaming. It's so much fun. You never know what's gonna happen, but that just makes it exciting.
I see. Your dreams sound nice.
Ryo?
Could you tell me more of them tomorrow? Tomorrow. That word made me look up.
Yeah, of course.
Think you can sleep?
Huh?
I've been watching you during the day and you seem awfully drowsy. I figured you were sleep deprived.
Oh.
Hopefully I'm not just overthinking it though. I'll wash the cups.
Thank you very much.
Night.
Good night. Huh. Turns out Ryo's way more of an adult than I am. I see.
He keeps on having this like revelation about him.
Yeah.
So
He's like, oh no, I'm a baby.
yeah.
Hmm?
Shouldn't you be getting out of bed?
Huh? I'm late.
I tried waking you up multiple times.
No way. Oh jeez. I have no time to even grab a bite to eat. I gotta get changed in my uniform. I have to leave right now.
The days went by without any problem. Good morning, Suo. Did you oversleep again?
Yeah.
An unchanging world, saturated with joy and fun.
I'm home.
Welcome back. Warm, gentle days, devoid of challenges and conflict.
Good night.
Night. I thought something would change with him here, but that day never actually came. No good. I can't remember anything. Oh, am I reaching the end soon? We'll see.
Well, you're getting. I think you're at least halfway.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I know I got through like a good portion of it, like while I was
you're
trying to.
definitely at least halfway.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I see. Please don't blame yourself.
They draw him so cute. He is so cute.
Yeah. Oh, why don't we continue that game from where we left off?
Sure, okay. And so another uneventful day would go by, without Ryo's memories showing any sign of returning.
Should we take him to the cops?
I feel like you should, yeah. I feel like you should have done that like when he first showed up at your house, but whatever. Oh, welcome back, Kato.
Mr. Samejima? What's that?
I saw it at the pharmacy and decided to buy it. You can have the rest.
Huh? But I'm not a child.
Use it to play with your friends. Either way, I should be going now.
Hmm? Didn't you have business with me?
No, I did not. After saying that, he climbed into his car, not the usual Mini, and drove off.
Man. Soap bubbles really didn't suit him.
Soap bubbles?
MAMIYA.
Can you blow them for me?
By myself? Come on, do it with me.
You're such a bully. How do you expect an invisible guy to do this? I want to see them, can I?
You could have said it when Mr. Samejima was here. It was embarrassing to play with bubbles by myself at this age.
Fine. Just a bit.
He only comes out like sometimes, which is very weird. That is a very pretty
Conveniently
CG.
when he's alone.
I know, right? I'm gonna eat some mango.
I like the CG, it's really pretty.
It is really pretty. I blew into the hole in the straw. This is such a like... Why do I only see this in like Japanese media, like using like those straws for blowing bubbles?
I don't know.
Because I don't see it like anywhere
Actually-
else.
Wait, you mean like the straws?
Yeah, like literal straws.
I'm used to like the stick with the hole.
Yeah, that's what it is here. I'm used to like you have. Oh wait, yeah, yeah, the stick with the hole. That's what you mean.
Yeah, stick with the hole.
For a second, I thought that you just meant like another straw, and I'm like, wait,
No.
because that
I
is
think
a stick with the hole.
Maybe it's like that in Asia.
Yeah, maybe. Because I really only see it in like Japanese media. I don't see it anywhere
Does that
else.
mean I can just dip in a straw? I guess that works.
Yeah, it does essentially work. You're just collecting the soap water, and then so that way you can blow air into it.
I used to like watching videos of people making really big bubbles.
Yeah.
Like the enormous ones.
Hi, my name is Kato, and this is my boyfriend Ryo, and my imaginary boyfriend Mamiya. True. Somehow they don't overlap like at all.
Nope.
My brother is texting me. Oh, that's not helpful.
Invisible friend, or is it? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bum 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 ba-dum-ba-dum.
Countless transparent bubbles gently floated into the evening sky. Starting to enjoy it, I went on to make many more of them.
It's like I'm in a dream.
Within the bubbles, I saw rainbow-colored scenery. We were right next to my house. I was here every day, but this made it seem so much different from usual. I looked into them as they seemed to almost draw me in, and I felt like I saw Mamiya within.
Mamiya.
When I called out to him, a gust of wind swept over me, and the bubbles were sent far into the distance. This reminds me of a song. From nowhere in particular. I heard him humming a nursery rhyme that everyone knew. The lyrics rolled through my head. He was soon done, and the fact that I couldn't see his face as he finished filled me with unprecedented sadness.
I won't break you, I swear.
I didn't know why I said that. However, I had to protect Mamiya at all costs. I was the only one who could. I won't disappear. As long as you feel that way. As long as there's even a single soul in this entire world that continues to think of me, I will not disappear. I wanted to...
If only I could hug you.
That's the first time anyone has ever said that to me.
You're talking with like your Elmo voice. If you push it some more, it'll actually become an Elmo voice. Have you tried?
No.
Like if you make it more of what you're doing, it'll turn into an Elmo voice, and then you just pitch it higher. It'll sound like Elmo.
Elmo.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah. You can do it.
I'm gonna practice
You
that.
could be Elmo.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna practice that for the fun of it.
Elmo, and I was like, I think you can do an Elmo voice without actually knowing you could do one.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Yeah,
I'll have to practice that.
Just record yourself, you'll see what I mean.
Alright.
Oh my god.
I can already do a Stitch voice.
Elmo Mamiya. Oh yeah, if you can do Stitch, you can probably do Elmo.
That's true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jimmy's laughing.
Come closer.
Slowly, as if to touch a bubble, I extended my hand to the side.
Are you here?
Yeah, I am.
Can I hug you?
Sure. Awkwardly, I hugged the space where he was. There was a distinct chill in the wintry air. I couldn't feel any warmth. But still, I really wanted to hug you. You're warm. Really warm. Is there a sea nearby, Suo?
A sea? Yeah, I think so. It's not that far, I think.
Not far, huh? His amber eyes flashed like daggers. I couldn't help but gulp when faced with the sheer intensity of his gaze.
I'll go with you. You were thinking of going alone, weren't you? I can't allow you to do that.
But you've got school to think about.
One day won't make a difference. I've never skipped class before, but it's never too late to start either. Please take me with you.
Do whatever you want.
Oh, I will.
That is a response. The next morning we left the house with maps in hand.
Class?
No.
Have I ever skipped? I think I did it in like post-secondary. High school, not so much because I took attendance.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I did skip class in
If they
college.
take
I feel like it's different.
I don't skip it.
Yeah, I feel like it's different in like high school versus
But some colleges
college.
do take attendance. Like,
Yeah, I
actually
feel like
had
they
college
do, but
classes
it feels like it matters less, you know, because like you're an adult,
Yeah.
and also
And they're
because
like, it's your money.
yeah, I feel like everybody kind of like respects you as an adult, and they're like, yeah, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, it's like you have responsibilities, or maybe you don't give a shit. I don't know. Your problem.
Yeah. The next morning, we left the house with maps in hand. We were searching for the sea, and something else too. Something vague and undefined. This one's pretty. They have such pretty, like, air CGs in this route.
Yeah. The freaking
The leash, yeah.
It'll be quite a walk from here. You sure you'll be okay?
Don't underestimate the endurance I've built up at work. If anything, I'm worried about you.
Come on, I play lacrosse every single day. Take that.
A gust of cold wind swept past us. It moved our hair as well as the lead between us. The evening sun was so dazzling it made me close my eyes. Ryo's gaze, however, remained unflinching. I retained a subtle distance between the two of us while gently pulling on the lead. How much time had passed without either of us saying a word?
I like how Ryo actually just agrees to holding this leash.
I know, right? He doesn't like...
He's like, whatever, fine.
Yeah, he just does it. He's like, this is weird, but okay, I guess. The sand beneath my feet felt almost otherworldly, like it came from another dimension. The ashen sea, having endured several days of rain, continued to rage. It would surge up over and over again. The waves roared. I stared on, thoroughly captivated by the sea, when suddenly, my vision blurred for a moment. I felt a splitting headache come on. Unable to even stand properly, I fell to my knees. My vision was hazy. I closed my eyes tight and tried to bear it.
What?
The next thing I knew, I was in a different place. Where was I? Ryo was nowhere to be seen, gone along with his lead.
Ryo.
As I called out, something grabbed my chin. Nice to meet ya, Suo Kato. An unfamiliar voice said my name. He had rough hands and was surrounded by the thick smell of tobacco. Here, wait, oh, I've been wanting to meet you for the longest time. I've even dreamed about it. I forced out a groan through the hand covering my mouth. Don't act like you know Mamiya, you little shit.
Oh my god. After
Mamiya.
reading, oh my god, now that I'm like going backwards, things make sense.
Is this... Well, whatever. Mamiya? How did he know that name? The rough,
I can
cold
sit here
concrete.
and I can grunt all day.
I'm glad. This is exactly why I called you here. The rough, cold concrete made contact with my cheek. The man looked down at me. Listen well. My brain was shaking in my skull. I couldn't focus my vision, but I could make just one thought. Why? Mamiya belongs to me. Why did this man know Mamiya? Suo! Suo!
Ugh.
You okay? Hold on.
Uh, I...
Relax. Sit up, but take it slow. I slowly lowered myself onto a nearby bench. I could still feel the concrete. The bony, thick fingers, the rough, adult voice, everything. All of it was like a freezing chill creeping into me. What's wrong?
Can't you hear it? Something's screeching.
I can't hear a thing.
Really? Weird. I can hear it in the distance. It's like the cry of drifting ice.
Hmm.
It's so loud. Mamiya,
Suo?
you're there, aren't you? Who is he to you, Mamiya? Wasn't I the only one who could see you?
Suo, what's going on?
Answer me! Or could it be that you're already talking? And I just can't hear you?
Suo, get a grip. Look at me. Past the frantic clamor of people, I looked for the invisible man who would surely be there. Where were you, Mamiya? I needed to hear you. Just why did I feel so alone?
Mom. Dad, help me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's just me. I'm not an adult with the power to help you. A while later, Ryo carried me back home. However,
That's nice of him.
I know, right? Especially since, like, Kaito is so much taller than him. It must have been a
Yeah,
bear.
He's like, I think he's like 6 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there is a noticeable. He's like a head taller than Ryo at
Yeah.
least. Because I feel like Ryo is like notably short.
Yeah, he's just short king.
Yeah. And then Kato's just super big.
Yeah, he's a beanpole.
Mm-hmm. However, the sound of ice flows never died down.
It's an ice flow.
It's a section of like an iceberg, essentially.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see.
something that's like floating on the ice or
I
on the
see.
water, basically.
Naruhodo.
Yeah. Oh, Kato. My poor, poor Kato. Whoops. From that day on, Ryo stopped telling me that he wanted to regain his memories. The weathercaster on TV diligently explained the situation.
Wow, that typhoon looks crazy. It's all rare to see those in December.
Global warming.
Yikes, that is crazy global warming.
The windows are rattling pretty hard.
It doesn't look like we'll be able to go out today, or even tomorrow.
The slanted rain was pattering on the branches outside the window. I found myself captivated by their rhythmic movements. At my side, Ryo looked like he was about to say something about the stormy sky.
Are you planning to go out, Ryo?
I've got work tomorrow. It's just daily employment, so I don't really have to go, but I'm worried about your health.
Sounds fake.
Global warming. Definitely fake. But this is also fiction, so.
Real. So it's not real.
Mhm.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, I'm feeling much better now, thanks to you.
Good.
They'll probably let you take tomorrow off, so why not just stay home? We could spend the whole day relaxing. Doesn't that sound great?
Okay, okay. Fine. I'll be looking forward to it.
Great. Well then, have a good night, Ryo.
Are you really going to be alright by yourself?
Come on, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Don't tell me you're afraid of the typhoon.
The question made his expression change. Did the typhoon have something to do with his lost memories? I was kind of joking around, but now I just feel bad.
It's fine. I'm not going anywhere.
Really?
Really.
And remember, you'll have to tell me all about your dreams.
I will. Good night.
Ryo returned to his room. The sound of falling rain filled the darkness.
Every time I see that bed, I'm like, American bed.
I think I look at it and I think that it's like a kid's bed, you know.
Oh,
like,
I just see the stars. I'm like, it looks like the American flag.
oh, you're kind of right there, actually.
Yeah.
I can see how you got
Cowboy bed.
that.
Yeehaw!
I feel like it's a little different, but why did I always feel so uneasy during typhoons? As I watched that swirling, cloudy sky, I felt like something just might happen. In that deep, deep darkness, I ended up drifting off to sleep, unable to comprehend the nature of those feelings. Damn noise. Why is the door open? Suo? I had always been expecting a certain something. Suo! Suo! Where are you, Suo? The world was filled with mystery and wonder. Suo! And so, I believed that, one day, I too would be chosen.
It's like the projectors they have at school where they like put down the little pictures and they're just like, whoosh, whoosh, and they're like,
Wow, yeah, like the slideshows?
yeah.
The rippling surface of the water, and the star-studded sky reflected in it. It was a sweet, blissful dream. Tomorrow, the day after, and the one that followed, as days came and went, things that truly mattered grew vaguer, hazier.
I like this song the most.
It's nice, yeah, I like it. I hope we could exchange a gentle smile, the way we did when we met in the dream. I like the vocals the most in this one. Good morning, Suo.
Morning.
That typhoon sure was something else, huh? Forecast of today would be the same, but look, not a cloud in the sky. And here I thought I'd get another day off.
I'm glad to see everyone again.
It was really noisy though. My window kept rattling so bad I almost thought it would come off. Me too. I couldn't sleep at all.
Really? I didn't even notice it.
You're just too heavy of a sleeper. After that, strangely enough, each day became a little easier. Suo, morning.
Morning.
Bro. The early light glimmered as it shone through the classroom. Suo, tackle him!
On it.
I don't know how he's in his PJs now. That's something there. There's something there.
It's pajama day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they ever have Japan? Like in Japan, do they ever have
I
pajama
don't
day?
know.
I'm
I have
wondering.
pajama day though.
Me too.
Yeah, I just woke up and I went to school.
Yeah. Got a whole lot of people counting on me now.
But you can just do that in college.
That's true.
Ryo, I'm home.
Welcome back. Ryo welcomed me home with a smile. I dragged my feet a little, but kept walking along in high spirits.
I gotta jot down my dream while I still remember it. Ryo! Perfect timing. I actually wanted to call you over.
Hmm?
You said you enjoyed reading them, so...
Suo, you need to stop doing that.
Huh?
Stop writing down your dreams.
What? Why? You always look so happy when I tell you about them.
You're losing your ability to tell dreams and reality apart, aren't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You believe your dreams have actually happened in real life. So I want you to stop.
Look who's talking. You've got no memories and no way telling what's right and what's not.
Suo, you should go to a hospital.
Why me? You're the one with amnesia.
Let's... Ryo takes Keito's hand and says gently, let's go to the hospital together.
Let's take ibuprofen.
I know, right? You're just... You don't remember walking all over town last night, do you?
What? What are you talking about? Are you sure you didn't just dream all that up?
Then... How do you explain those wounds on your legs? And the things you keep mumbling to yourself? I'm not sure who you think you're talking to, but... There's no one here.
You're wrong. Mamiya's just invisible, which is why others can't see him. I won't break you, I swear.
Suo, I enjoyed hearing about your dreams. To me, dreams only meant one thing, fear. But you managed to turn them into a source of entertainment, which is why I liked yours. However, it ceases being entertainment the moment it starts interfering with real life.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Suo, open your eyes and look at reality for God's sake. These words touch something inside me. Something very, very important. Slumbering deep within me. I'll step out for a bit.
Mamiya. You're there, aren't you? Mamiya, am I weird? Am I wrong to rely on you? I mean, you're my friend.
That's right. I'm your friend, Keito. And to me, you're irreplaceable. You feel the same about me, don't you?
Yeah. But you have no body.
That's true.
You're invisible.
You're the only one who can sense me.
Ryo said... thought it was weird to have a friend like that.
Well, it's true I'm different from most people in the sense that I have no body. But it's all a matter of perspective, really.
It is?
I may not have a body, but my words reach you just fine, do they not? Surely our relationship isn't so fragile that the mere idea of it being weird would affect it.
You're right. It's not. You mean a lot to me, Mamiya. I can sense you in my heart. That makes you real.
And simply ignore what others say about us. The only thing that matters is what you believe in.
You're right. You know, it's kind of weird. I'm starting to feel like nothing that's happened really matters anymore,
Oh boy.
despite how much it hurt me. I don't think I want to see Ryo for a while. Mr. Samejima, what are you doing here?
Kato, would you mind coming along for a drive?
But I have school.
Just call in sick. Come on, hop in.
Huh? Mr. Samejima?
Bro just got kidnapped?
That's fine. Jeez, you're being awfully forceful.
Cut me some slack. I've been really looking forward to this. Huh? Here, I'll even put on your favorite tunes. Mr. Samejima reached out and flipped a switch on the dashboard.
What is he looking forward to?
A second later, an upbeat song started playing from the car. Jeez.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, wow. I'm surprised you're also into this kind of music.
Truth is, I'm not. I actually just rented it from Tsutaya for the first time. See? I even got a card. Driving and upbeat music go hand in hand. Your dad taught me that much. By the way, look, I brought some light snacks too. Sandwiches and milk. They all have different fillings, so feel free to pick whatever is your favorite. I felt quite indulged here.
I suppose I'll just make the most of this then. It's actually been a while since we've gone on a drive.
Indeed, it has. You're always so full of energy from the start, but end up dozing off on the way back. I still remember how lonely I felt as I drove through that tunnel with nothing to do but chew gum. Oh, rest in peace.
Really? I'm sorry about that.
Switch this up. Don't be. When you take the wheel, it sort of just comes with the territory.
Speaking of which, where are we going exactly?
Any requests?
Huh? You're asking me?
This music is so distracting, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's winter, so it'd be nice to see some snow. I'd like to go up north.
As you wish. Off we go then, to Cape Soya, the tip of the north. Ah. I clicked out of my window.
I can't wait.
What am I casting to? Shit. Hold on a second.
It's a banger.
It is. I keep on like accidentally clicking out of the window. I'm not paying attention to where my cursor is.
Boots and cats, boots and cats.
I really wouldn't mind going there. Or even to a place no one else knows, as long as that's what you wanted.
Mr. Samejima?
Kato. Our real destination is the hospital.
Huh? Are you sick, Mr. Samejima?
You're the one that needs to be looked at.
What? But I don't have a fever, and I'm pretty sure I'm not injured either.
I've heard you out in the streets in the middle of the storm earlier. And that you weren't quite yourself. That moment, my mind went blank. Mr. Samejima knew everything. He knew about Ryo living at my house. And about the night out in the storm. There's nothing to be scared of. They're just going to take a look at you.
No, I don't want to go.
Kato.
I'm not going. Did you trick me so you could lock me in the car and make it impossible to run?
You need to calm down.
Stop the car right now.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why?
I promised to look after you. I need to make sure you're okay.
So you're just doing this for my dad, not me.
That's not true.
I'm getting out.
Don't get out of a moving vehicle. With those words, I pushed the still speeding car's door wide open. Mr. Samejima's face tensed up like I'd never seen it before. Kato, close the door! Hurry! This is getting too dangerous.
GTA 5. Then stop the car.
You'll only get hurt.
Then maybe you should stop the car. Unless you want my dad to hear about this.
The car gradually slowed down, until stopping completely. That moment, I rushed out and ran where I usually did.
I believed him. I trusted him.
The reason I stepped on the brakes wasn't because of your father. That's not how you spell brakes.
Don't worry about it.
There was no way for me to hear him, though. I was still running while feeling like the entire world had just betrayed me. Why weren't Rio's memories coming back? Why were the days so unchanging? The sound of the drifting ice was too loud.
Oh, I see. He needs to be pushed to the limit, like what had happened at the sea. He should make some progress if he's in a tough spot.
The basement my dad used as a makeshift storage room was covered in concrete and had a distinctly chilly air to it. I violently pushed him down here. What?
Come on now. It's your fault, Rio. You keep saying all these weird things to people.
What are you... Where am I?
My house, of course.
Huh? Get me out of here. Rio was acting strange.
Rio?
His amber eyes no longer had that intimidating glint to them. The way they were shaking was very familiar.
I won't. You may beg all you want. It's your fault, okay? You told Mr. Samajime all those weird things about me. I trusted you, and yet... Drink water.
Yeah. No. I did it for your sake.
Don't say whatever's convenient in this situation. You'll stay here and reflect on what you've done.
I addressed Rio in the coldest tone I could muster. I had to remind myself not to relent. I do need water.
Just lock him up. Now? This is how boys fight. You lock him up. I would know. I hang out with the boys.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Yeah, it's what the boys do.
I had to remind myself not to relent.
It's just for a little bit. So try to endure it for now.
I locked the door leading to the basement with an audible click.
I like how his basement literally sounds like a jail cell.
I know, right? It sounds like it's like way underground, like in like a sewer or something.
Yeah.
And
that's not a basement.
Right?
That's a jail.
Yeah.
I hope he snaps out of it quickly.
You okay, Suha?
Huh?
You're all fidgety. Did you forget something?
Yeah, I forgot my boyfriend in the basement.
Well, he didn't forget
it's
him.
not like that.
To be fair, he didn't forget him.
You know.
Still, you do look a lot more lively than usual.
Huh? Rio, I brought some food.
Only a few hours had passed, but he deteriorated so much it surprised me. My heart ached seeing him like this.
I brought you a rice ball, some miso soup, and an omelet. Do you think you can eat?
What's with you?
Are you sorry for what you've done? Can you finally go back to being your usual self?
How am I supposed to do that when I never even changed to begin with? Just let me out of here already.
Why are you like this?
When one night you open that door in your sleep, I gotta keep you safe.
From what?
From yourself. I felt my brain start to cool off.
Are you telling me to just not sleep at night? Is that it? You're really not making any sense, Ryo.
I could say the same about you. Suo, tell me, what are you trying to achieve with all this?
Don't act like you don't know.
I bent down and looked straight at his face. Oh my god, they're so close.
Just boys being dudes. Show me your hidden powers.
Suo?
Don't play dumb with me. I know everything. You hold the key to the entire world in your hands. That's what made you lose your memories.
Suo, what do you even...
Come on, admit it. Do it, or else. I might find myself disappointed.
A long silence ensued. Fine, I'll talk. You know what? I hate this place. It's dark, cramped, and there's cold concrete everywhere. I remember all this. When I was small. When I brought myself closer to better hear what he was saying, Ryo suddenly bit into my fingers.
Ah! What the heck was that for? I knew it. You're still not the Ryo I know. Some strange force must be controlling you. That has to be it.
Bro thinks he's possessed.
Now, average night.
Get a grip! He shouted in a way I'd never heard before. It seemed to shake the very room. As I backed away in fear, he silently asked me, "Hey, Suo. When are your parents coming back?"
Huh? They're on a 2-week trip abroad and...
Wait a minute. So they'll be back soon, huh? You'll soon be safe and I'll be done. I felt like I had to say something back. This is your boy, which one should be due?
They both mean the same thing to me.
I know, right?
Yeah, just flip a coin.
Okay.
What do you mean by being done?
When your parents come back, the suspicious weirdo you're looking at won't have to protect you anymore. And when you're done with me, I'll be freed with from your games.
Games? What do you mean? I'm being serious here.
He glared at me with eyes the color of evening, forcing me to take a step back. You're still a child, and though I hate to admit it, so am I. I don't have the power to protect you or the memories to help you.
That's not true. You're perfect. There's gotta be a huge secret buried within your lost memories.
Bro just casually says you're perfect.
You're perfect.
Well,
Bro,
also,
you're perfect.
Bro, you're perfect, but I'm gonna, like, you're doing something that I don't like, so I'm gonna lock you in the basement until you become perfect again.
Real.
Hey! What the hell are you even expecting from me? And I don't mean the nonsense from before. What are you actually after?
I want...
The unusual sounds like him, actually.
Yeah. What I want from you is the unusual.
His expression twisted as if he had just tasted something intensely bitter.
I found you as an injured amnesiac. If I unravel the mysteries behind you, I believe I'll find an adventure like I've never had.
You won't find it. I'm nothing but...
How do you know that? You're amnesiac. You can't be sure either.
Suo.
Even my life could have something unusual in it. Something right out of a story.
I watched as he slowly opened his mouth. I really don't want to say this, but... What was he about to say? Would he hurt me even more? Do you realize that you're abnormal?
You mean I'm special?
You mean I'm special?
I'm special?
His intense question made my cheeks turn
He's a
stiff.
special boy. You mean I'm special, right?
Sure, let's go with that. I wasn't dense
Yeah.
enough to be looked at with those eyes and try to play it off as nothing.
He is special.
He was still glaring at me without
My
saying a
special
word.
boy. Is it because I'm special that a music like you came to me? Is it because I'm special that I rushed out into the storm without realizing it? Is it because I'm special that I...
Snap out of it already. I have no magic or any other weird powers. I'm just a guy with amnesia. You're no different, Suo. You're just like me.
Huh?
You're a spoiled, somewhat childish 15-year-old with a gentle heart. Perfectly ordinary person.
Enough! Stop it.
Listen to me. This world is nothing that you want.
Stop it. Stop it!
Open your eyes.
I don't wanna.
Stop clinging to fantasy.
I really don't wanna. Bro's fighting?
Hmm.
You wouldn't get this.
I crouched down and covered my eyes with my hands. Suo. His hand touched my shoulder. He was smaller than me, yet his hand felt strangely big. Look at reality. You need to so you can protect yourself. Please promise me you'll become normal.
Get help.
I couldn't answer. Giving an honest response would be like admitting surrender.
Okay.
For the longest time, I had been full of expectations. I believed that the world was filled with mystery and wonder. That one day, I too would be chosen.
I'll become a normal person.
I had hopes for this world, and for myself. I looked away from his eyes. I remembered the bubble-filled scenery in which I hugged Mamiya. As long as I had that, I felt like I wouldn't need anything else.
I'll become a normal person. The kind that neither Mr. Samajima nor you would have to worry about.
That was a lie. I didn't care about this boring reality, dominated by the body.
I can't just give up on myself or this world. That'd be like accepting things as they are and admitting that I was tamed. Am I wrong somehow? Is it wrong for me to discuss all this with you? Maybe I shouldn't talk to you anymore. Answering, Mamiya?
It's okay. It's alright. Everything will be just fine. There's one wonderful thing in this world that doesn't exist anywhere else, and that is you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Really?
Yeah. Trust me.
Mamiya. I love you.
I know.
This grieving I feel. You understand it, don't you, Mamiya?
I do. All too well.
You should Elmo voice it.
So well it hurts.
That's why I sometimes fear you. Your unquenchable thirst for the kingdom of the unreal. Isn't that why I'm here?
I like guys that are a little crazy.
Why I was left to remain? I will fulfill my duty, even if it may cause some grief to some. It will be forgotten in no time. Listen, Kato. Thanks for hugging me back there. I mean it. It made me really happy. Rippling surface of the water, the star-studded sky. I hoped we could exchange a gentle smile, the way we did when we met in the dream. That was all I really wanted. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after that. As days came and went, things that truly mattered grew vaguer, easier. Even now, I still yearn for it. Gaining superpowers out of nowhere, getting entangled in a conflict of mind-numbing proportions, embarking on an epic quest to rescue a girl, saving the world from impending doom. I desperately wanted to become someone like that.
Huh? Where am I?
The first thing I saw upon waking was the sea. I saw a silhouette far in the sea.
Yo!
But before I could reach him, Rio fell to the ground with a grunt.
There's so much blood.
Ugh. Red began to fill the purple sea.
Oh no.
Rio was going to die.
Ryo, don't do this to me. I've got to stop the bleeding. Come on, wake up.
Ugh.
No. 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 What should I do, Mamiya? Mamiya?
I knew the truth that many people had lost.
You're there, right? Mamiya, answer me.
I wanted a dramatic conclusion. I was even ready to sacrifice myself.
No.
Like a true hero. Kato. You're amazing, Kato.
amazing, Kato.
Thanks, Mom, Dad.
I wanted them to smile and tell me I was special.
Ryo, don't die.
So... I remember now.
Huh?
I remember everything. Oh, I see. Including where and when this is, and the reason why we crossed paths. He's different. He's not being targeted by a shadowy organization. Nor does he hold the key that would unlock the path to another dimension.
OMG tragic BL.
He has no hidden powers either. You and I were... He's just an ordinary person, nothing more. I don't need to hear about those memories. They're worthless to me. Oh.
Tragic BL? Shut up.
So... If they're not unique and interesting, I have no need for them. Yo collapsed and didn't get up. The vividness of his crimson blood was a sobering sight.
Ryo? Huh? Why? But... I suppose it's all good. This is only a dream after all. And they do say it's good luck to kill in a dream.
Since when? Wait, since when? Since when is that a thing? The world would soon end.
Crazy boy logic.
I didn't know how much truth there was to it, but people on TV and the news made it out to be a big deal. You could even hear people discussing it in class. Yet none of us actually felt like the world was going to end. I was certain that the end would happen in the blink of an eye. It would be simple and anticlimactic, like the burst of a soap bubble. I wouldn't forget it. I wouldn't lose any of you. So please, give something back to me.
Oh.
Turn me into something unlike anything else in this world.
I need to wake up.
And so, I drifted off to sleep. The night sea groaned softly. Seeing the boy sleep blissfully on its water line, I tightly clenched my fist. You want to voice him?
Oh, sure. Why, Suo Kato? You weren't supposed to die. Once more, I'll go to the church again. I won't give up.
No. Did Kato die? I feel like I feel like it's just Ryo that died and Kato is asleep right now. Like he's gonna probably drown.
Kato's chilling. He might drown, yeah.
Yeah, he might drown. Loki, is that why like we found Kato in like the ocean in Ryo's route?
I think so. Because he keeps like sleepwalking and stuff.
Yeah, Kato's just crazy regardless of the route.
Yeah. You know, he's going through it.
Yeah. Loki, I kind of relate to the whole idea of like you want to be something more than you are. But also I like sort of also accepted that I'm a very ordinary person.
I think everyone is normal and everyone has weird things that happen to them.
True.
You just want something that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But then someone else probably wants something that you have. So
That makes sense. Yeah.
that's my opinion on it.
And that's why we need to meet as many people as possible and as many experiences as we can have.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you're gonna keep reading more, but I probably have to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I want to continue reading? I do kind of want to try to get through Haruki's route.
If you do, then you'll be ready for the where it gets a little crazy.
No, is that in episode 2?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just speed through this part.
Zoom zoom. Zoom zoom.
There we go. Wee.
The next round is the one I played first, actually.
Oh, you played Haruki's first?
Yeah, I did.
That makes sense because then like you didn't choose it, right?
Yeah, it's very different.
I don't remember where he is. Oh, whatever.
I actually thought it was a very good one to start first, in my opinion.
Oh, really? It's funny that I ended up with it last.
Yeah, I think you'll see where. Well, I guess it's not really a spoiler, but I think it talks about Natsume the most.
Oh, okay, that's good. That is good to have first, actually.
Yeah, and it directly goes into like.
Oh, I ended up with him again.
Oh, whoops.
No, it's okay. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
It directly goes into like what happened to Natsume, like what was the last things he did, and like it was like actually like engaging with Natsume and trying to learn about him. So I was surprised when I read that and the rest of them weren't like that.
That is funny, actually.
Yeah, because it felt like it would continue that way, but it was actually just specifically that one.
It's like Haruki, I guess, has a lot about Natsume, and then Minato has a little about Natsume because he's like kind of in love with him.
The other two,
and then
are
these
pretty,
two,
like,
these two are kind of because they're like just infatuated with each other.
Yeah. So I think you'll find Haruki's pretty interesting because, yeah, it feels like more of like trying to solve the mystery of what happened to Natsume. It's like more related to the actual premise, I guess.
So it matters where you sit, it doesn't matter what he's...
Sit in a seat. I don't know where to sit.
I
head to the seats deeper in. There, I found a man with a flashy
Oh, there you go.
appearance. I recognized his voice. You were singing a hymn, weren't you? I'll have to be like deep voiced without you.
Yep. Yep.
That'll be fun. Okay.
Sorry, I'm no longer for hire.
I appreciated you
It's
being
outside of
here
my work
for
hours.
Kato's route, at least.
Yeah, even though I wasn't even speaking that low for Kato.
It's all good. I feel like Kato
Yeah.
doesn't really. Kato doesn't seem like the type that would have a deep voice to begin with.
No,
So
he's
it's
very
fine.
like young boy anime
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's only like 14 or 15 anyways.
15's right. They said 15. I think all of them are
Yeah.
15 except for
Yeah,
Haruki.
Haruki's a real big boy.
yeah, he's an adult who gambles.
Yeah.
Has a motorbike.
Wahoo!
The only gay that can drive.
Lamau. Alright, I'm gonna head off.
See you. Thanks for
Alright,
coming. Thanks for
thanks
being
having
here.
me. I love MAMIYA. I love MAMIYA.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Alright, have fun.
Thank you. Bye bye. And there he goes. Let's continue. I do want to see if I can get through this. I think I should be okay for the time being. That usually takes. It seems like these take about 2 hours-ish to finish. And like we consistently got like derailed too. Thank you for the hydrate. I will. I'm gonna have some of my veggie straws. My boss handed off to me like an entire bag of veggie straws for no reason, so I just have these in my house now. This one was on. And then take this one away. Oh, let me move this actually. This one. And that goes into the middle of these two, if possible. There we go. I will keep these here. They are still the goodest boys. I feel like, Kato, like, he's very much, he's very mentally ill. And in a way, I always feel like it doesn't, like, absolve him of all of his, like, faults, but it's definitely, like, a symptom. Like, you know? Like, all the problems that he has, they're just a symptom of him being very, very wrong in the head. Let me see here. Just taking a small break. All right. How do I voice Haruki? He's so like, man, like, yeah. I'm embarrassed to admit that I tried tuning in as well, but couldn't really sing at all. So what? I only sang because I could. You're not a student, are you? What was your relationship with Natsume? He was an old acquaintance. When we were brats, he often got me to play with him after mass and shit. He eventually just stopped showing up, and that was that. I did meet him once after I grew up. He looked as naive as always, and had that same goofy grin plastered all over his face. Honestly, never thought I'd end up outliving him. I never expected I'd be the one left behind. Damn it. Don't fucking die before me. Words of love carried only sadness. I love you more than anything in this world. Because when the words you gave were sent back, I didn't know how to accept them. I love you too. Within this empty city, I poured out a drink to get me through the moment. Come tomorrow, I'd forget the taste of last night's love, and yet... This movie's shit. I clicked my tongue and left the cinema. Beneath the cold sky, I heard nothing but a repeating clicking from my hands. Worst goddamn time for my lighter to stop working. Ugh, damn it. Not bothering to hide my irritation, I slowly brought the thing to my cig after finally managing to light it up. Enveloped by the cold, I watched the smoke rise into the dark of night. So Natsume is dead, huh? I suddenly remembered the funeral, the way he burned and turned to ash. A person actually died. Damn, it's cold. I pulled my shoulders closer to bear the freezing cold and began walking. That was when the phone I kept in my back pocket began vibrating. Was it Aya, Kyoko, or Sayuri? Hello? I didn't really care who it was. Yeah, I'm going right now. Seeking a place to warm up, I resumed my walk through this ice-cold Tokyo. Of course. I love ya. I doubted anyone else was looking forward to the end of the world as much as I did. My life had always felt like I had been watching in third person, like a movie. If it were to end, I would want it to be a spectacle. Make it an ensemble cast work even. Something large scale that would downplay my personal pain. That way, I wouldn't have to bear this shivering on my own. MAMIYA. The sound of rolling film. The persistent noise of the projector. Sparse seats, lights near my feet. MAMIYA. In this cold, clockwork town, I kept on watching a long, long movie. Single land prison. You could tell there was no man living here. She was a total career woman. After entering the hallway, I remembered that the bathroom in this place was in a different direction and turned around. I grabbed the clothes I'd scattered around at the entrance and put my arms in them. I washed my face, stretched my arms, and shaved my stubble for good measure. Once I was done, I grabbed a blue toothbrush and brushed my teeth too. There was also some hair wax in my pocket, so I used that to quickly style my do. Looking good. Finally, I gave my 3 10k yen notes a kiss, and then stuffed them in my pocket. The hell? I'm not getting anything. Fuck this. Feeling like shit, I dashed out of the pachinko parlor and made everybody around me scatter. Man, those 3 yukishis I got from Kyoko sure didn't last long. Well, and I even wanted to get her something fancy if I won. Yeah? Kyoko? When do you wanna... Look, Haruki, don't take this personally, but I think we should stop seeing each other. The hell? You dumbass. You can just tell me if something happened. I'll help you forget about it. That's not it. It's because I'm dating my boss now. I want to end our relationship. Huh? Is this some kind of joke? The 30,000 I left you is my farewell gift. Bye. Hey! Kyoko! Hey! Damn it. Shit. What the hell? I really had no luck, huh? The hell was I supposed to do now? I was freezing my balls off, too. I scrolled through the contact list on my phone. Erica was no good. She was doing well with her guy. Shiori was outside the country for work, while Chiaki was sick and hospitalized. After scrolling through half my contacts, a certain name caught my eye. Natsume. It was the name of the man whose funeral I went to just yesterday. Fuck this. I was sure I'd never be calling it, and yet... Huh? Bafflingly enough, my hand just refused to press the delete button. A number I'd never called before. I knew he wouldn't pick up, but that didn't stop me from pressing the button and calling him anyway. The hell's gotten into me? Dude's already kicked the bucket. There's no way he's gonna pick up. Hello? What the actual fuck? My heart skipped a beat when I heard the voice of an actual human being from the other end of the line. But that voice didn't belong to Natsume. Hello? Hello? I think you got the wrong person. This number belongs to a person called Natsume and... I know. And you are? Who are you? Is this a prank call? I'll hang up if it is. I'm Natsume's acquaintance. You knew him too, didn't you? I did, yes. I want to meet you. There's something I gotta tell you. Is it related to Natsume? Yeah. I just made up shit as I went along. I actually had nothing to say about Natsume, but I wasn't completely full of shit. For one, I was genuinely curious about meeting whoever this was. After all, not everyone would just pick up the phone of a dead guy. My heart was beating like a jackhammer. I felt positively intoxicated by the thrill of the unknown. It reminded me of the excitement I'd felt back when someone had told me about the treasure island back when I was little. Oh. Come to think of it, I never asked that mystery person what they looked like. There's no way I'd spot them like this. I only really knew their voice. They'd probably notice me if I raised my phone. Hell, maybe they are doing the same thing. I was still looking around the station, trying to find someone who fit that description, when suddenly a commotion of sorts erupted. I ignored it and kept looking around. Huh? Could it be? No way, is that really her? I heard a stir in the crowd and turned to look at the source. And then I saw her. I see. She had long, silky black hair, and wore an elegant skirt that danced gracefully in the night breeze. She looked like someone from another dimension. And again, her outfit wasn't anything unusual in this part of town. I continued staring at the maid holding her phone up. The maid was surrounded by typical nerds who were taking her picture as he raised the phone high. The girl blushed and seemed to even be trembling a little. Bingo. Hey. What is it? If it's pictures you want, go right ahead. That voice. The girl's eyes widened. She seemed to have recognized me as well. You're... Who are you? How dare you address our beloved Cinderella without permission? One of the geeks surrounding the maid barked something at me, but I ignored him. So you had a thing going with Natsume, I see. Hey! You will show proper respect, or... So? What did you want to tell me? You sure you wanted to say it here, in front of everyone? Very well. Follow me then. Mina? Hard to believe Mina's actually friends with a guy like that. Or maybe it's her boyfriend? They don't look like an item to me. He's pretty handsome, though. Mina, who's this man? Is he your boyfriend? Settle down, everyone. He's just an acquaintance of a friend. I have something important to discuss with him alone. Don't worry, it'll be fine. But we can't possibly leave you alone with a man like that. I appreciate the concern, but it'll be alright. Really. You heard the lady! Disperse! One of the guys waved the onlookers away. Mina, shake my hand! The elite nerds were reluctant, but they walked off. This is such a funny, like, way of translating otaku, because that's definitely otaku, you know? Elite nerds. The elite nerds were reluctant, but they walked off, turning around and holding a thumbs up as they did. She responded with a wink, then turned around and left with me in tow. We should be able to talk here in peace. I guess. I was surprised. Man, I sure didn't expect to run into a maid. Was Natsume your old master or something? Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are. I didn't realize Natsume had such trashy friends. Take that as a compliment. You famous or something? That was quite a commotion back there. At least it made it easier for you to find me. You never told me your name or what you look like. Not any of that matters now. Let's cut to the chase. What did you want to tell me? Hey, what's the hurry? Let's grab something to eat first. As I started opening the menu, the maid stopped me by putting her hands on the table. Answer me. Why are you in such a rush? The guy's already dead. How dare you! Her sudden outburst made the surface of her black tea tremble. I could see your frowning face in its reflection. Don't you care about his death? Doesn't it make you feel anything? Why did a kind-hearted person like him have to die? Why? Even during the funeral, I could barely contain myself. Oh? I didn't realize you were there. Did you sing? Huh? Why did I even ask that? As though to distract from my fuck-up, I made my next move and spoke with a weight to my words. There's something off about his death. I can feel it in my gut. The words I'd said after had an emphasizing, irritating pause. Wait, the words I'd said after an emphasizing, irritating pause were nothing but my usual lies. It reminded me of the many times I bullshitted my way into some woman's bed just so I could mooch off of them. Yet the maid reacted in a way I didn't expect. Exactly! I was thinking the same thing. She leaned forward and pounded the table, spilling some of the tea in the process. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away. It's fine. So, you suspect something? Yes, and I've always wanted to discuss it with someone. It's almost like you've read my mind. I averted my eyes as relief washed over the girl's face. This phone. Natsume actually handed it to me before his death. Don't you find that a little odd? Yeah, you don't normally hand off the hub of all your private information to a stranger. I sure as hell wouldn't. It's almost like he knew he would die. After his funeral was over, I began to think that maybe he'd given this to me for a reason. She looked down at the black object and touched it like something dear. Did you check what's inside? No, I couldn't bring myself to. I was about to lock it away deep in a shelf, but then you called. I don't understand why he had to die. He wasn't the type to just... Shivering, she clutched Natsume's phone tightly in her hands. It sort of... reminded me of Natsume when I saw him praying at church that one time. I have a favor to ask you. Would you help me investigate Natsume's death? I met her gaze with mine. Those round black eyes, her refined, attractive features, and that fleeting look. It all triggered my masculine instincts to protect her. Yeah, I'll pass. Huh? I'll do it on one condition, though. Does it really matter? I'll just be gentle. I clasped her hands in mine, including the phone she was still holding. Let me stay at your place tonight. That's my one condition. Fine. I'll get us a taxi. I had no trouble picking up girls. This was no exception. I moistened my parched throat with the cold coffee I ordered. The taxi parked down in front of the cafe. Mina climbed into the back, but when I tried to follow her... Gah! felt a sudden explosion of pain in my stomach. Last thing I saw before collapsing was a slender leg peeking out from under her skirt. Oh, she actually... I'd rather keep my personal life separate from this. I think that'd be best for the both of us. In any case, I'll see you again some other time. Good girl. Driver, step on it! The door stands shut right in front of my nose, and before I could process everything that had just happened, the taxi sped off into the darkness. That fucking bitch. I was left alone and shivering at the side of the road. Guess I'm sleeping at a manga cafe tonight. So that very, like, American, oh well. Wrinkling my nose at the characteristic smell of manga cafes that was more or less a unique blend of tobacco and shit, I headed toward the room they had assigned to me. I opened the door with a large yawn. What? And found a girl sleeping on the floor inside. The hell? Did I get the wrong room? Or did I accidentally stumble into a crime scene? As a myriad of possibilities flashed through my mind, the girl opened her eyes. Haruki. What did she just say? Hey, you brat, how do you know my name? Are you okay? When I opened my eyes again, the girl was right in front of me. Are you okay? Do you have your medicine? You have to take your medicine or you'll have another episode. Taking a step back, I threw a glare at the oddly dressed girl. How did she know that? How did she know about that? You pushed the nurse call button, didn't you? Huh? What? Don't be scared. I came to answer your call. Well, this is Mamiya too. I'm Mamiya. You're Mamiya. I can't do the goofy ass like Mamiya voice that I've been doing up until now with this like look. Cause like imagine this girl. I'm Mamiya. You're Mamiya. Elmo voice. You're fucking nuts is what you are. Get the hell out of my room. Relax. She wrapped her arms around me. The hell are you? Everything will be alright, Karuki. There's no need to be scared. As her words kept echoing in my mind, I felt my eyelids grow heavier and heavier. It's interesting that Mamiya is a girl in this, like like she her. When like all the other cases it was he him. As her words kept echoing in my mind, I felt my eyelids grow heavier and heavier. Although my brain was firing off all the red flags in the world, I simply couldn't fight the drowsiness. Good night, Haruki. Good night, Haruki. Like super high-pitched kid voice. Good night, Haruki. Good night, Haruki. Oh wow, your hair's a mess. I see you didn't shave either. You little... Huh? Isn't that Mina? What is she doing here? Who's this? A kind soul who shared his food with me. Whoa, you're actually here! The real deal is something else. Hey, can you sign my... Let's go. Oh wait, Mina! But where exactly? Place related to Natsume, I suppose. Isn't it best to start by talking to those he was close to? In that case... School, I guess. The one thing that confuses me, actually, though, like... Joe and... Oh, shoot. Ryo and Minato? Minato, right? Like, Ryo and Minato would go to the same school, which I'm assuming is Natsume's school. And then Haruki, like actively interacted with him and also went to church with him. But then, where did Kaito come in? How did Kaito know him? they like never explained that, actually, really. Like, he was just like, they just were. Or like, I think it was like in the very beginning of Keito's route, but I forgot. Go to school. We could ask his classmates about.
No, let's not do that.
Huh?
Let's just skip the school. I very much doubt they would let you in there anyway.
Where else do we go then? Don't say shit without thinking it through, maid.
I know, which is why I'll ask him.
The phone? You're going to rely on Natsume himself?
Yes, he once said that he went to an IRL meetup for an anime he liked.
The hell's an IRL meetup?
You don't know? Shiranai no.
Well, excuse me for not being king of the nerds.
You look like you'd be into dating sites, though.
Wait, so this is Minato, isn't it? Huh? Just what kind of guy do you think I am? I can scroll? I don't need the internet to pick up chicks. Hell, I'm doing it right now.
Spare me the details of your personal life. Anyway, an IRL meetup is when you meet people you know on the internet in real life.
I don't get the point of meeting people whose face you don't know.
Well, the internet makes it easy to find others who share your interests. Though, you're meeting people you don't know much about, so I'd be lying if I said there's no trouble involved.
And that's what you want to look into?
See this? I found an invitation on his phone. According to the date, it was sent 2 days before Natsume disappeared.
What's the place?
A cafe on the 3rd floor of the urban building. It's not too far, actually. I say we head there right now. Excuse me.
Wait. Okay, so Mina's an internet idol is what I'm getting from here, and Minato. Oh, that's why Mina doesn't want to go to the school, is because Natsume's school is Minato's school, and he exists as somebody different at school, so going to school would just out him. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Wait, this is a good part.
Huh? Mina? Mina's here. Why?
We just want to ask some questions. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that?
There's something we'd like to know.
I'll say whatever I want. Whatever you want.
Has anyone here participated in an IRL meetup about 2 weeks ago?
Well, I'd say at least half the people here have. We're a group of fans of currently airing anime, and this is a continuation from last time since we felt like we didn't say enough.
Well, that's good. Natsume was here last time, right? I want to know more about him.
Their faces clouded over as soon as the maid mentioned Natsume's name. Natsume? Is that his real name?
Yes.
Oh, I see. We only know each other by our nicknames.
Oh.
We'd know who you were talking about if you gave it to us. Sorry, we can't help.
It's okay. Thank you. Anyway,
Maybe you're talking about Kokuto? He said he'd go to your mini live concert.
Can you tell me more about this Kokuto?
We hadn't seen him online too much, and the first time he came to participate was 2 weeks ago. He said he'd love to drop by again, but then he just up and disappeared. It's normal to not know what people online do for a living, but Kokuto was on another level. He seemed to be pretty passionate about participating in your events, though.
I see.
Mina?
Thank you for your time. What you've told us helped a great deal. With that said, I really must go now.
Wait! Could you shake hands with me? No fair, I want that too.
I'd be glad to. You'll have to form a line, though.
They don't seem to know much. What's the point of questioning people that don't even know his name?
The fact they don't know much about his personal life is precisely the point. People tend to reveal more about themselves in an anonymous environment.
True. That reminds me, I never even asked your name.
The maid pointed at her badge. I'm Mina.
No, I mean your real name.
As long as I wear this, I have no other name. I'm Mina the maid.
There was a strong will reflected in her dark eyes. The maid lowered her gaze, looking somewhat remorseful for not fully answering my question.
I doubt someone like you would understand.
Okay, my next question is, Mina, trans, but FTM or MTF? That's the part that I don't quite know. Just like this throws it into like, this throws my general theory into like complete disarray. Like, she seems so comfortable here. This feels like her true self, but like also, I don't know. There seemed to be some deep reason behind it. I guess. Or wait, I guess. Still, I didn't feel like pushing the question. She was right. I couldn't really comprehend why someone would adopt a fake name, if all it did was fill them with guilt.
Anyway, we should head to the next IRL meetup.
She suddenly clapped her hands as if to motivate herself, taking me by surprise. Whoa, you still want to keep doing this?
Of course. This wasn't the only meetup he attended, you know. Let's keep moving. We have no time to waste.
Okay, I get it, but slow down for God's sake. Bro's got asthma.
Looks like we managed to lose them.
Ugh. It's that goddamn outfit of yours. It stands out like a sore thumb.
Fuck!
I kept staring at the ground while still desperately trying to catch my breath. That was when I saw Mina's hand.
Oh, I must have scraped it on something when we were running.
She tried to downplay it, but her entire knuckle was covered in blood. We gotta disinfect it.
Huh? It's just a scratch, I don't think...
Just shut up and tell me where the closest drugstore is. I grabbed her other hand and turned and hurried out of the alley. I washed the maid's hand with cold water. Through my wet hands, I could feel her body trembling. Just a scratch my ass.
The wound itself doesn't hurt, it's just the water that stung a little.
Yeah, whatever you say. Come on, raise your arm. She obediently followed my commands. I used wet toilet paper to clean her wound, then taped the gauze on top of it. There. You should be fine now. Let's go. Huh? Want something else?
Thank you very much. I figured I should thank you properly.
Don't mention it.
You have a surprisingly gentle side to you.
You always say one word too many, don't you know? After splitting with Mina, I spent some time thinking. As I walked through the dark streets, that maid's resigned smile kept flashing into my mind. That smile felt like it showed an emotion I knew well. I understood completely that that was just an illusion born from my self-consciousness and desire to dominate. I knew all that, and yet... The night was getting darker.
Ah!
As our moist skin touched, I felt almost like I'd melt alive. But no matter how much time passed, my thirst would never fade.
Oh, Haruki.
I didn't understand why. I only thought I did. I was always alone. I stepped out onto the veranda to light a cigarette. Fuck. Complete misreading. The outside air wasn't as cold as I expected and embraced me gently. Ah. Hold on. I thought I hated winter, but I guess nights like this aren't too bad either. I closed my eyes and let the cigarette smoke billow around me.
You shouldn't smoke.
Hearing someone's voice from behind made me jump.
What? Shh.
The girl pressed a finger to her lips, stopping the scream in my throat.
You shouldn't wake her. It took a long while for her to finally fall asleep.
I took a step away from the girl and lit another cigarette, despite still feeling a little on edge. She had to be a manifestation of the stress that had been building in me from doing all sorts of things outside my comfort zone. I figured I'd just have to ignore her and she'll eventually disappear.
Come now, I told you to stop doing that.
I once again made an attempt to ignore the strangely translucent girl, but her voice rang out like it was seeping directly into my brain.
You do it knowingly, I see.
The girl closed her big round eyes in a reprimanding fashion. I exhaled a silent breath, neither acknowledging nor denying her statement.
Aren't you freezing out here? Smoking is bad enough. You don't want to compound it with the cold. It's going to affect your lungs.
When she said that, I nearly dropped my cig. How do you...
I'm your nurse, remember?
My lips were quivering at this point, but all she did was smile. I was going to have to seriously reevaluate some things. Oh, that's pretty. The lighting is really nice. Who are you?
I'm MAMIYA. You're MAMIYA.
The moon shone upon the two figures standing on the balcony. The silky hair of the girl calling herself MAMIYA gleamed in the cold evening light. The air spreading through my lungs was a mixture of cigarette smoke and inertia. This town had changed its appearance in the time between the last and the first trains. The slumbering souls made no sound. They merely drifted around in limbo, waiting for the sky to whiten. Hey, wanna take a short walk? As I turned my head, MAMIYA was there, smiling in the darkness. We made our way down the street in the middle of the night. The world was at its strangest between 3 and 4 in the morning. To most people, this time went by without them realizing. But to me, it was the most important hour of the day. MAMIYA, as cheery as ever, walked beside me with calm, deliberate steps. I slightly lowered my speed to let her tiny legs keep up with me. My thoughts kept coming back to Natsume's death. I wondered if spending time with that maid had affected my brain. Everything about Natsume's passing was shrouded in mystery. His body was discovered after he had gone missing for 3 days, and by the time of the funeral, it had already been cremated. All we did was place flowers on a ghost coffin. There were plenty of rumors. Some thought it was an accident. Others speculated murder. The possibility of suicide came up as well, of course. I don't understand why he had to die. He wasn't the type to just... I remember Natsume made me think of the words the maid said. A loud sound roared as a flash covered the sky. Was that? Lightning had struck somewhere.
It's alright. Everything's alright, Haruki.
Did it light something on fire? I wonder how it felt to be struck by lightning. What would be the last thing you saw before getting fried alive?
I see.
Sorry for not being much help, Mina.
It's okay. I do appreciate your assistance.
The guys by the door started talking again. They were discussing their hobbies and having a good time with their friends. I inspected the fully decorated Christmas tree just to kill some time. It was covered in illumination. The scene filled me with nostalgia. It was warm to the touch. Touching it harder made my fingers also reflect the light. I waited in front of the entrance until Mina came out and shook her head.
It would help if we could figure out where he was during the time he went missing.
Yeah. The main street had been decked out in Christmas lights, making the town look even livelier than usual. When I spotted Mina blowing some warm air into her hands, my body moved on its own and I gently placed my jacket on her shoulders.
What gives?
Just put this on.
Thank you. Don't worry though, I hand out flyers while dressed like this all the time. I shouldn't let this maid uniform go to waste. Ah.
Oof.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, he's just too excited about Christmas. Come on, apologize to the nice lady.
I'm sorry. It's alright. I understand being excited about Christmas. I am too. Mina gently squeezed the kid's hand and urged him to follow his family. They turned around a few times, bowing their heads until they finally disappeared into the crowd. In that moment, my eyes met with the kids. I averted my gaze almost unconsciously. I glanced to my side and saw Mina still waving them goodbye with a warm smile. Are you planning to spend Christmas with a special someone?
I don't do that kind of stuff.
I wonder how your partner feels about that.
She understands.
Well, I don't.
Give me a break. It's easier to be alone. You're not controlled by anyone and you're a king of your own world. You should try it for a change. I was all ready for it to end. It was better than prolonging it by stretching out the tape. Mina, however, simply smiled back at me in silence.
That sounds a lot like something Natsume told me a while ago.
Does?
Yeah, he said it didn't matter how much people loved each other, or how much time they spent together. In the end, it still didn't change the fact that they were alone. I get the feeling he meant it in a slightly different way, though. He always put some distance between himself and others. He preferred spectating things from afar. The town has really soaked up the Christmas spirit, hasn't it?
Something about the maid suddenly changed. Almost like she was desperate to force memories of Natsume out of her mind. Yeah.
Let me guess, you'll just spend the holidays at some random girl's place?
I don't know. I exhaled a long breath and looked at the garlands hung on the doors of various shops, as well as the red lamps glued to the streetlights. Christmas always ends up reminding me of home.
Huh?
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Come on, talk to me.
It's a pretty lame story, the kind that happens to everyone.
Well then, maybe it'll help us discover something we have in common.
We had a large Christmas tree in the living room. We decorated with stuff we kept in a box that would be untouched any other time of the year. Both the paper boxes for holding presents and the shiny ball ornaments were a lot lighter than they looked. My brother and I would hang up the decorations, check the results to see if it's balanced, then switch up their places. It was my job to put the star on top. I couldn't reach it by myself, so I had to stand on a chair. Then we waited for Dad to come home and had a feast of a dinner with cakes for dessert. Pretty boring story, huh?
Not at all. I really enjoyed it.
If you say so. For a while, we kept walking without saying anything to each other. But then Mina suddenly stopped before a corner and turned to face me.
If you really have no plans to spend Christmas with anyone in particular, how about coming over to my cafe? We'll be holding our own Christmas party. We even have a girl who actually attends a pastry school. Her cakes are just as good as the ones you can buy at shops.
Huh?
It may not end up being as memorable as your childhood, but do come by if you're in the mood, okay?
I bet you're just trying to increase your sales.
Perhaps.
I'll think about it.
Please do.
I appreciate how much, easy chemistry these two have no matter the timeline. With that, Mina clasped the hem of her skirt and gave me a deep curtsy. For a brief moment, the bustling cityscape around us ceased to exist. I felt like I'd just been transported into a different dimension altogether, like a Victorian castle or an old mansion. A Christmas party, huh? As I exhaled the cigarette smoke, the scent of vanilla hit my nostrils. I hurriedly tightened my facial muscles to stop my lips from curling into a faint smile.
A movie theater? I didn't realize they showed movies this late into the night.
One adult ticket, please.
You don't need to buy one for me. Children don't seem to be allowed inside anyway. There's almost no one in here. Likely because you're the only one who would actually watch movies at this hour.
It's a small theater. It's almost always like this.
Oh, this isn't your first time then?
I come here whenever I can't sleep.
This reminds me that you often stayed up late to read.
Seriously, who are you?
I told you, I'm Mamiya.
How come I'm the only one who can see you?
You're the only one that pushed the nurse call button.
What? Why do you know things about me?
I'm one of the few who understands you.
Yeah, right.
I mean it. I also know about the island that your brother talked about.
Why do you know that? The lights are still on. I stood up and closed the distance with Mamiya, still sitting next to me.
Haruki?
I'm gonna ask again. Just who the hell are you? And why do you know so much about me?
Calm down, Haruki.
You even know about the Treasure Island?
Haruki, you're hurting me.
That island. It doesn't exist. Before I knew it, the lights had already gone out and the movie began to play. Wait, this wasn't the movie I paid to see. Haruki. My neck refused to move. The film continued to play. My eyes were open wide, and I was made to watch a film I didn't want to. Within the light, I saw the face of a man I didn't know. Filth that reminded one of vermin crawling on the ground. It was all over the screen. Abuse. Tragedy upon tragedy. It all converged upon the Treasure Island. Treasure Island. A small patch of dirt on the UK sea. Despite the name, it had a very few actual treasures to offer. I cannot read. It was an uninhabited island in a high altitude, making snow fall there the whole year round. How do you feel, Haruki?
Bro, better today. The air pressure has gotten higher. So, where will you take me today?
How about Barcelona? Back in the day, I spent more time at the hospital than at home. I barely even showed up at school. I had no friends to speak of either. My brother was pretty much the only person I'd interact with. We would discuss everything with him. Or I would discuss everything with him. He was like a close friend. The memory was piling up like thin sherbet, as though to make a mountain. And that might have been enough for me at the time. While I was stuck in a hospital room, my brother would tell me stories about foreign lands while pointing them out on a guidebook map. While he did often go outside the country for his studies, that must have included places that he didn't know about. Despite that, listening to him always made me feel like I could feel the air and smell the scents of those lands.
What are we gonna do today?
Let's see. Oh, that's odd. I could have sworn I had the book with me.
Are we taking a break? I guess it was bound to happen at one point.
Well, actually, today I'll tell you about the Treasure Island.
The Treasure Island? But I've already read that novel.
No, it's about a treasure island that no one knows about. It's a small island to the north of Great Britain, a quiet, serene little place. It's a place where the sun rarely shows itself. A world shrouded in silver with snow as far as the eye can see. There's a lone house standing there, though. Its windows are lit up, but if you go in to investigate, you'll find the house completely empty. However, inside you'll find some fresh, warm bread and soup, as if it was just made for you. Often pausing to find his words, my brother told me about the island. I was completely enraptured by his tale, and even asked a bunch of questions of my own. My brother would close his eyes and heave a long sigh, then dutifully answered each and every one of them. For me, that was enough. I was having trouble breathing. He'll never love anyone. Such a poor boy. Low voice, devoid of emotion. Yet, even still, I understood. The freezing chill of the snow sticking to my face felt heavy and painful beyond words. Haruki, let me make it clear. The Treasure Island doesn't exist. You will spend your whole life unable to love anyone.
the treasure island. It was my only source of support in a world of white ceilings and lung pain. The island my brother did his best to tell me about had become my personal sanctuary. Chica. Morishika! Were you listening? Huh? No. Are you feeling alright? You'll never love anyone. Sorry, I gotta run a quick errand. Is this about some woman again? What if it is? I see. If you say so. Your face tells me you want to say something. Could it be that you're not feeling up for that Christmas party? You've been avoiding me ever since that day. Well, about that. You'll never love anyone. I'm sorry if I did anything to upset you, but at least tell me the reason. It was the same with Natsume. He never told me anything. This has nothing to do with that. Then, tell me. Haruki, you'll never, I'll never love anyone. What do we want to do? I don't know what we want to do. Here, I'll drink this for a second. Have a drink. Should I say it or should I not say it? I feel like the problem with Haruki is that he doesn't say a lot. He just kind of does stuff. Oh my god, my brothers have been talking so much while I've been in Do Not Disturb. Beignets? We have beignets in the area? Since when? Alright. What's better? Should he say it or should he not say it? I almost want him to like try to articulate what's going on, especially since like I feel like he has a certain like connection to Mina that he's never had with like other people. Because like Mina just does what she wants, you know? And maybe try to prove the voice in his head wrong. Alright. Let's say it. This was all because I couldn't love anyone. Because deep down, I didn't give a damn about you. She also doesn't actually care about me as a person. It was best to end it quick. This was an unproductive waste of time. There's no meaning to Natsume's death. And there's nothing off about it. Huh? Why are you saying this all of a sudden? Stop pretending you didn't know. You're just scared to accept reality. That's not true. Natsume really did. He's dead. And he's not coming back. You're the only one in the entire world who actually thinks he might still be alive. Stop it!
You're the only one who's trying to attribute some meaning to his death. Why are you saying all of this? Well, it was a pretty good way to kill some time, I'll give you that. A way to kill time? It's the only reason I did all this. But I got bored, so I figured I might as well let you know. Well, sure, I enjoyed playing the detective for a while, but I've had enough. The color in her eyes changed. You've been lying to me all this time. I should have known. She turned around and the next moment she disappeared into the distance. Wait. I subconsciously extended my hand before slowly pulling it back. The only thing my hand grasped was the cold of the air. But what was it that I had wanted? Or wasn't that what I wanted? I brought an end to it with my own two hands. And yet, I simply stood there, unable to move an inch. From that day on, the maid stopped appearing before me. Her phone number, which was the only thing connecting us, no longer worked. The fifth exit of Akihabara Station. The next thing I realized, she stopped showing up at our meeting point. Thinking about it now, I didn't even know her real name. Many nights passed since. It's so cold. You okay, Haruki? Yeah. I'd gone on to seek a woman's touch as if to put on a blanket against the cold. I filled the void in my heart. I felt like I couldn't know my own body heat. The cool December air bit into my skin with the chilliness of cold rejection. I had met countless people, yet made not a single genuine connection. Tokyo sure was a city of people who lived convenient lives. You could only become a part of the group by suppressing your own individuality, like the dull pieces of concrete that made up this town. I must have known this all along. The smell of the hospital, clean, sterile air. It had clung to me, and it was as if this could wipe it all clean. I had made it so that I could always go back to being alone. I believed I had at least the reins in my hands. Morichika. Me. There was no one behind me. Up until now, I had seen people as nothing but consumables. I thought you could change friends and women like clothes. Even if you lost one, another could easily take their place. Why? Was I scared? I looked up and saw Mamiya standing before me. Haruki. Her skirt danced gently in the breeze like a flower. Within the jet black darkness of the night, I found myself thoroughly captivated by her. I exhaled a hot, white breath. Mamiya's surroundings alone were shining faintly, like she was in a different dimension. It had begun to snow. I had experienced nights like this countless times before, enveloped by a cradle of loneliness, a night that seemed to deny existence. Why do you keep on appearing before me? Because I'm Mamiya. That's not an answer. I'm not in a good mood. I'll ask something next. Are you used to being alone? My breathing stopped, locking the cold air in my lungs. Of course, a long time. Answer me honestly. Are you truly used to being alone? I think so. I think so. What a vague answer. Nothing really changes for me whether I'm alone or not. Don't you become lonely? That question left me silent for a moment. To be more precise, I want to get used to being alone. I see. I understand you now. As she put on a faint smile, her arm extended toward me. She was probably going to strangle me to death. You can't love people, can you?
Normally, I could have handled this calmly. I'd seen enough movies to know that the way this was going wouldn't lead to anything good. And yet, I acted like a dumbass and gave her honest answers. It must have been because she could see right through my personal sentiments.
How does it feel to be unable to love?
For him? It's pathetic, damn it. Stinks. The kind of stints I have can't lead to anything long term.
Why can't you love?
Good question. A single snowflake fell on my nose. It's 'cause I'm afraid of loving but not being loved back. The warmth of my skin made it gently melt. I don't want to feel even more pathetic than I already do. The pain of winter didn't leave much room to feel the cold.
Then, at the very least, I'd like you to push the nurse call button. You need to seek help in times of hardship.
Shut up.
You're not alone.
I'm interested in this one. That single careless utterance of hers brought my blood to a boil. Don't say insensitive shit like that. No one was ever there for me, okay? No one's gonna come to help, even if I scream. It's pointless, so I didn't want to. What would change if I do? Everyone's got their hands full with just themselves. No one's able to carry someone else. And most of all, I don't want to know the emptiness of calling out for help and getting no helping hand.
You're the only one for me.
Is that because you're a delusion I created?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm Mamiya. A being that came into existence for your sake alone. Here. Can you see me?
Mamiya gently touched my cheeks. The cold made it difficult to tell if her hands were warm or not. I can't.
Feel my touch. I can love you, for I am the Mamiya within your head. I am you. And that's why you can love me too. All you have to do is acknowledge Mamiya.
Her gaze pierced through me.
Will you do that?
Do I have a choice? The snow kept piling up around us. The boundary between Mamiya and myself began to grow hazier and hazier. Almost out of reflex, I ended up hugging her. This is a nice CG. He's a good boy. Haruki's a good boy.
How about now?
Yeah, I can feel you just fine. I poured more strength into my embrace, as though to not let her go. Mamiya,
Yes?
don't leave me alone.
I won't. I'll be with you forever. It's alright. Your pain reached me, and so did your shouts for help. Thank you for pressing the nurse call button.
Mamiya fell silent and continued to say nothing as the embrace continued. I wondered, when all my wants and wishes had dried up, when I no longer felt the desire for anything in this town, what would become of me then?
Haruki?
Yeah?
You were thinking about another girl, weren't you?
Come on, you know you're the only one for me.
You don't need to lie. You touched your necklace whenever you're thinking about something else, right? Why don't you go to her?
Huh? There's no way I...
You can. Go make up with her. I wasn't expecting anything special, you know. I only called you because I felt like it. I'm making food, so don't make a face like that. It's a bother. It's not like that. It's just, well, you know.
Let me guess. You had a fight with a friend and don't know how to patch things up.
I felt dumbfounded for a moment. I didn't know how to make up with a friend. For some reason, this struck something very deep within me. Up until now, if I got into a fight with someone, I just cut them off. But if I wanted to reconnect a broken string, I didn't even know where to begin. How to make up. There, search. You loser. Making up with your girlfriend, making up with your boyfriend. Come on, I know way more about this stuff than all those keyboard warriors combined. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lenore, for the raid. I do this again. Nice. Hi. How far did you get? Did you get past this? I know that you were playing it too. You're playing it tomorrow too, right? Because I've gone through all 4 of this is the last of like part 1, I think. Not that I know that much about how this is gonna go, but did you have a good time playing Coral Island? Just gonna say hi and lurk. Oh, you haven't done this route or Suos? That's so funny because those are the routes that we did today. Which was your first? Did you get Rose first or did you get Minato's first? Oh, good. Minato, same here. We did. It sounds like we did them in like the exact same order. If you do Kato's and then do his last, then yeah, that's basically my order too. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for raiding and all of that. And I hope that you enjoy this tomorrow when you play it. I'm busy, so I can't stop in. But maybe I'll see if I can stop in. If not, then like I'm there in spirit at the very least. Nice. Yeah, I'm like reaching the end of this one, so like the end. Thank you. Yeah, anybody who is here, this is MAMIYA, a very good game, a very good visual novel. And Lenore's gonna be playing it tomorrow, but if you want to have like a primer, then you can watch it here instead. Come on, I know way more about this stuff than all those keyboard warriors combined. Present is the perfect excuse to start a serious conversation. I realized that Christmas was in just a few days. A quick look couldn't hurt, I guess. Well, I'm here, but... I ran my gaze across the Great for Presents section, but nothing really caught my eye. Within the display cases, there were many accessories that women would love. Some of them looked much like ones I'd actually gifted to women. But... this ain't it. After looking them over, I found myself going to another place. I came upon a Christmas merch corner with its own lit up Christmas tree. Those things would just go in the trash once Christmas was over, and... oh. My eye stopped upon a small snow globe. It had a house standing in the middle of a snowy field. Heavy snow gathered on the roof as warm light leaked through the window. The way it lit up the falling snow inside the globe looked really pretty. I found its scenery oddly familiar. Not at all. I really enjoyed it. I couldn't help but remember the maid's words. Yeah, it was much like the treasure island my brother told me about. I picked up one of the globes on display. Felt like I was holding a tiny fragment of another world. Excuse me, I'll take this one.
I wanted her to know. I wanted to show her the scenery. The plastic bag rustled in the cold wind. Its sound made my lips curl into a faint smile. Phew. Would that annoying maid really like this thing?
You look happy, Haruki.
Because I am. Take a look at this, Mamiya.
My, what a beautiful snow globe.
Right?
You've been staring at it for a while now. You must like it really much.
Very much. What the hell? I cannot read. I need to stop soon. I won't keep it for much longer, though.
Why is that?
Because I'm giving it to certain someone.
If you're so fond of it though, why not keep it?
You don't get it, do you?
You think so? To you, it might be the most amazing thing in the world, but you can't be sure if the other person will also appreciate it just as much as you do.
Shut the fuck up. This is why I hate gift giving.
It hurts when another person rejects something you really like. So rather than risk that happening, I think it's much safer to keep it all to yourself. Don't you agree, Haruki? Are you really sure you want to give that snow globe away?
That's what I bought it for.
I see. It's past midnight. You should go to sleep.
You're right.
Good night, Haruki. I can't wait for Christmas.
Welcome back, Master. Oh, wait.
Welcome back, Master. Okaeri nasai, Gosujin-sama. We're actually holding a party tonight. It will be a modest little thing, but we'll do our utmost to please our dear guests. With some luck, we may even attract a Christmas miracle. Mina, attend the guests at table 3. On my way.
Mina, can I get the Christmas version of your special mole power?
Right away, Master.
Event days sure are hectic.
Welcome back, Master.
You told me to come.
That's right. I almost forgot. Welcome back, Master. Please enjoy the party tonight.
Wait.
Let me go. I'm busy.
If you want something, go ahead and say it already.
Yeah?
I wanted to apologize.
You've got nothing to apologize for. We were just killing some time, remember?
Yeah, I know. At first, I did genuinely feel that way. I felt like you were stupid for trying to find out more about Natsume's death. But we never found out why he left his phone with you.
He probably just did it on a whim. Look, it doesn't matter anymore.
It does to me. I brought you a present.
Why now, of all times? Isn't it a bit too late to suddenly start treating me like a girl?
Look, it's Christmas. And I wanted to, do the whole exchanging presents thing. So I got this for you. I took out the present from my bag. I had wrapped it up myself. The maid gasped.
You open it.
Her voice was trembling. I slowly undid the ribbon and revealed the snow globe to her. Aw, that's cute.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The maid studied the snow globe on my palm. The genuine admiration in her voice filled my heart with warmth. It sure is. The tiny pellets of snow continued whirling around inside the globe, each reflecting a tiny snippet of light, which was in turn reflected in the maid's deep, dark eyes. She slowly raised her face. Our eyes met.
You got this for me?
I wanted you to see this. I wanted to show you.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's such a beautiful snow globe. I know. It really
Looks just like the Treasure Island. All of a sudden, I felt like the entire world had gone silent. The Treasure Island?
Sorry, I must have been thinking out loud. I heard about it a long time ago from someone very close to me. Apparently, there's a treasure island somewhere in this world.
You mean the one from the movies, right?
No, not at all.
I started to feel like
The treasure island is a place where snow falls.
a sandcastle inside of me had just begun to collapse.
It doesn't seem like there's anyone living there, but there's a single house on it.
All sound had died down. It's always lit by a lantern, and there's warm bread and soup waiting inside.
Sure, there may be no treasures or anything grand like that, but it's a warm, inviting place nonetheless. A wonderful island that belongs to just the two of us.
Something deep within me disappeared without a trace.
You really did pick out a wonderful present, Morishika.
Still unable to look up, I let go of the snow globe and let it fall to the floor. The cozy little house along the snow-laden field in the glass of the globe shattered with a loud crash when they hit the floor.
Huh?
The air froze around us.
Morishika, are you alright?
You gotta be kidding me.
Morishika?
You're having a Christmas party with a bunch of lonely nerds huddled together? Give me a fucking break. Does it boost your sense of self-worth to tease all these miserable virgins? And a treasure island? That's funnier than the way I was killing time. But it's all made up, okay? To think you actually believed it. Aren't you embarrassed? There's no way an island like that exists.
I think you should leave. I made a mistake inviting you. I want you to leave, right now. Frankly, I'm disappointed.
You can't love people. They were just words, and yet it was like a curse binding me to be unable to love. I felt my heart gradually become colder. A loneliness embraced me as goosebumps came over me. No matter how warm the air, I'm always freezing to my core. It's like I'm constantly holding ice, and as it thaws, all I get is water running down my fingers.
That's why I told you to keep it to yourself. If you had stayed alone, you wouldn't have had to get hurt. I'm not like the others. I'm not like other girls. Embrace me and I won't ever betray you. I'll love you forever. I'll heal all your wounds.
The snow fell harder and harder and began to pile on top of me. How many hours or days had passed since then? I kept wandering, sitting down, and then walking around again with no particular goal in mind. I'd even lost track of the passage of days. I couldn't stop coughing. I put away my inhaler somewhere a long time ago.
Anyway.
Huh?
There's really no way. Tojo, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm fine. Hey, aren't you cold? The place over there serves some amazing lattes.
Really? That sounds great. Let's take a look.
I kept on walking with a vacant look in my eyes. I averted my gaze from the illuminations. The cheerful couples. The happy families with their shopping bags full of cakes and fried chicken. I turned my back on the world at large. None of it had anything to do with me. Complete indifference and crushing loneliness. Like a dark, endless void. I suddenly felt a sharp pain in my chest. I crumpled to the ground while desperately trying to catch my breath.
Clenching my teeth, I tried to soften the pain, but it wasn't working at all. I looked up in an attempt to get help, but no one was even meeting my gaze. The crowd continued to move as though they didn't even see me. The gleaming illuminations, the display windows reflecting the dreams of children, the cheerful Christmas song that enveloped the town. They surrounded me, and yet only I was still alone, cut off from the rest of the world. Someone, anyone, please help me. MAMIYA.
It's alright. I'm always here for you, Haruki.
Make it stop. I can't stand this loneliness anymore. I doubted anyone else was looking forward to the end of the world as much as I did. My life had always felt like I'd been watching it in third person, like a movie. If it were to end, I would want it to be a spectacle. Make it an ensemble cast work even, something large scale that would downplay my personal pain. That way, I wouldn't have to bear this shivering on my own. I've always hated everything. This cheerful town, the happy families, and every single goddamn Christmas I had to spend alone.
I see.
The sound of rolling film, the persistent noise of the projector, sparse seats, lights near my feet.
Then let us leave before the credits roll.
In this cold clockwork town, I kept on watching a long, long movie.
I love you more than anything in this world.
I love you too.
Come with me. To the wonderful, boundless world of the
I forgot how to pronounce that. Trichilocosm. Why do they have to make this such a difficult word to say? Man, this life was like a shitty movie. The crowd froze as if time itself had come to a halt. The snow continued piling atop Morishika's back. I brushed it off and touched his hand. It was deathly cold and heart-wrenchingly sad. Morishika Haruki, why? You weren't supposed to die. Once more, I'll go to the church again. I won't give up. Should I start the outro? I don't know. How long is the outro? Wait, is Noelle still awake? Yeah, probably. Hey, Noelle, how long is the outro? Part 1. He says short, but he seems not entirely convinced of that. Honestly, I kind of expected to go for another hour, so I could probably do it if it's not super long. Oh, okay, so it is pretty short. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're gonna skip all of this. Natsume died. Don't farther from where I am. As I continued standing in place, I was soon left a little alone. I silently approached the coffin. As my hand gingerly touched the lid, I heard the door behind me open. I'm pretty sure the funeral's already ended. Oh, I just wanted to see Natsume's face one last time. His seemingly unfamiliar voice made me squint. My fists trembled with rage. Who are you? Well, this is a nice track. I deeply cherished those four and wanted them to be happy. They should have never met fates like that. And yet, everything went to hell because of Mamiya. I turned around. What are you? The man smiled in lieu of an answer. Putting all my heart and soul into it, I shouted at the man standing near the entrance as loud as I could. I'll ask again. Come on, answer me. What the hell are you? Ever so slowly, the man before me parted his lips to speak. Mamiya.
理想の世界の中で叫ぶ有望者と現実世界に追われ叫ぶ絶望者の
Oh my god. This is pure anime.
理想の世界に染まる君は有望者で現実世界に染まる僕は絶望者で ご機嫌そうに笑う僕が憎いんですよ錆びついた音頭ん中で響いてる絶望さは歌う君に憧れ僕の日を忘れて世界を照らす君のメロディー憧れて歌う君を追いかけて世界を照らす君のメロディー僕は君になれないけど
Thanks for the anime opening. I'll save them. I'll save all those who came to my funeral. No matter what. Oh, what? I'm expecting great things, Natsume. What? Okay. No, somehow I'm like not surprised. I don't know why. I think it's like interesting doing it the way that I did. Cause like I can imagine being like I feel like Haruki's section is like notably different from the others. Because yeah, like it talks a lot Natsume a lot more. Though he's like a lot older, you can see it here. So he must have like traveled a bit through time and space? Question mark? I wonder. Oh, that's cool. Now I have this in here. Oh my god, there's so much to this. What the hell? Tips. There's a lot going on here. Natsume wakes up as a spectator after death. Opening a book in an attempt to save his friends, he found the story was different. Oh. Can I just like... I'm just gonna press this. And then save. I'm gonna leave that as is though. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, like seeing, especially given like how Noelle went through this, how like um if you do Haruki's part first, it like goes right into the like overarching plot more so than like the characters. Though like it does still like focus on Haruki. Um and also like Mamiya is like I feel like that's like the most anime route in a way because you have like the really cute like girl that's Mamiya, and then like you have like a really like standard, it's like a really standard like discussion almost, like up until like you get to the part about like Treasure Island, then it's like normal. And then you get to like then you if you do Minato, Ryo, or Keito, all three of them are like they have so much going on. Like Minato's depressed because like they're going through a lot of like internal issues, and then like Ryo is being abused by his mother, has to care for his sister, who by the way does not appear in Keito's route, which is very interesting. And then like Keito has so much going on in his head, and like I don't even know, like there's somehow like the only adult in this like this quartet is like at the very least he knows what he's about, and he's also normal. Like everything that happened, it's just like a very normal response. Honestly, there are like I don't know, I don't know how to explain it very well. uh anyway, um I think that I should probably get going to bed. uh I could go for longer, but also I don't know if I'd be able to get a decent stopping point that would be like satisfying for me at any rate. So I'll try this again some other time. I don't know when exactly it'll happen, but I'll definitely try. I'd like to do Mondays, but I don't know if I'll be able to do Monday next week or not. We'll see. Or like at the very least maybe I should take a break sometimes. But yeah, I will definitely get back to this because I really want to. I really want to keep on reading, but I can't because like I also want for everybody here to see it too. Yeah. I Luca rated earlier, and I'll be on his channel on Wednesday. We're gonna be watching more Idolish 7, and maybe I can like I'm gonna try to push him to finish the series. We'll see how that goes. Uh, and otherwise, my schedule's on Twitter, and I hope that you can go look at it there. And that's all from me today. I hope I was able to bring some light to your night and all that stuff. And I hope to see you again some other time. Bye bye.